Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of NDB Media's Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday Morning Quarterbacks on Saturday. Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching us both live and in the archive. We are live. Today is October 30th, 2021. What a glorious morning, is it not? For everyone joining us in the chat room, go ahead and let us know who you are and where you hail from. We do appreciate the likes, and we are just terribly relieved to be able to be online right now. We're playing some catch up. We were trying to access the internet 15 minutes prior to our program launch. Normally it's 30 minutes, but the point is there were severe technical difficulties this morning, and we are working past them now. Aisha, good morning. Thank you. I have new glasses, but it hasn't helped me get to where I need to be. But as I get everything going this morning, we had to do 2 resets on the computer, and then I found out that it was a technical failure of the internet in the neighborhood. So it was a tad frustrating, but we are now live, and we're going to see. So it was a significant issue this morning. Aisha, thank you. I am tired, I will admit. I did get home at close to, I got home at about 1:37, and I couldn't fall asleep for a while, but I think I finally fell asleep sometime after 2 o'clock. So no problem. Alarm went off at 5:30, and just made my way over here, and then now technical difficulties. So I'm wide awake, not because I'm happy, but because, but I'm getting everything going right now. So folks, again, I ask you to bear with us, but we are going. I have to post a few things on our pages so that everyone else is able to join me, and it's all good. I know the Atlanta Braves won Game 3. That's a good thing, but I believe there's a big old hoopla over the fact that a pitcher was pulled through while a no-hitter was going on. Baseball is really showing not its best face right now in the playoffs, and I know where the game is right now, and I get that, but being one who still had a chance to see something akin to real baseball in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and what is real baseball, right, if everything changes? A lot of it, I have to believe, is the incessant drive to moving towards the numbers. And it's just frustrating that the numbers have now clearly surpassed the game. That the players, it means nothing what the players are doing. If a pitcher is throwing a no-hitter, why are you pulling them? It's just absolutely pathetic. But what do I know? So I'm going to go and post today's link so my co-hosts can get to the episode on 10/30/2021. StreamYard code. There it is. Let's see if I can do this right. Yep, that and then that. There we go. So they should be able to join me shortly, and we'll see. But there we are, folks. We are going. I don't know. They just joined. The Mouse, Dream, Big Dog. They love to make their entrances. So once they get the code, they're going to be able to join us. So I'm going to get my regular links going now because it looks like everything seems to be operating. So I'm going to be working overtime all weekend. So as soon as I'm done here, I'm probably going to have to take a quick nap, if anything, if possible. And then I have to serve the residents of Los Angeles County. We have a localized disaster in the South Bay area, which is kind of where I was yesterday. I was in Palos Verdes, the States. Really, really nice part of town. It's all money over there. And yeah, when I was in high school, playing on the Angels, the OLQA Angels, We went to visit Chadwick. We played him 4 times. And I was there my freshman year and I believe my senior year. And the other 2 years it came to face us. Good teams, money, but I think we lost to them freshman year, and we had their number the other 3 years because I know they came over. They had this hotshot lefty my junior year playing at home, and we lit them up like a Christmas tree. It's a good team, but they all had money, so we were resentful. We were the poor kids in the San Fernando Valley, so it was playing for pride and talent, and we generally whooped them. But freshman year, it did not go very well for us. So our weather outlook today, ladies and gentlemen, it's 55 degrees right now here in Pomona. And we have a 1% chance of rain through 7 a.m., which is funny. We have a high of 77, overnight low of 55. So it's pretty much the same right now. The humidity is 77%. Yeah, I get that. Pressure is 29.91 inches. Visibility is 9 miles. There is no wind right now. The dew point is 48 degrees. UV index, of course, at this hour is 0 of 10. And we are in a waning crescent. So it's a good thing. Disappointingly, these links are slow. And I'm getting an error report that I have actually gone to Wi-Fi connection as opposed to our wireless. So our internet connectivity continues. So we're going to ask you to bear with us as we work through this. So I think I just now received notice that we are live. So go figure. But all right, again, we're going to work through it. My friends named Pomapu. Oh, I'm sorry. My friends named. Oh my gosh, I'm butchering the joke. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. Anyway, today in sports history, I'm not able to enunciate very well. As a matter of fact, I have been doing research in the state of Kansas, as Aisha asks. I have a vice governor, a lieutenant governor candidate. His name is Michael Davis. He'll be joining the ticket. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm serious. I'm running for governor of Kansas 2022. Moving forward, Kansas 2022. So I spoke to several people about this, and yeah, he's in. So I'm looking forward to it. But yes, I am on disaster duty, folks. I will be reporting as soon as I can. I am scheduled for 11:30 my time here. I'm going to work from 11:30 to about 7:30 today. And tomorrow it looks like I'm going to work from 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. So it's going to be a long, long weekend. But hey, it is what it is. Back on this day in 1945, Branch Rickey signed Jackie Robinson to a Montreal Royals contract. Wow. I just see an image of Branch Rickey. That's not the image that fits, but it's all good. Today, Sandy Koufax in Major League Baseball in 1963, Sandy Koufax wins the National League MVP award. I wonder if he won the Cy Young, but he did get the MVP. In 1966, the 16th NASCAR Sprint Cup, David Pearson wins on this day. Wow. Back in 1974, today's the day. The Rumble in the Jungle. Muhammad Ali KOs George Foreman in the 8th round in Kinshasa, Zaire. Regains world heavyweight boxing title with the famous rope-a-dope tactic. Today was the day. Wow. Back in 1988, Beth Daniel wins the Nishir Ladies Cup U.S.-Japan Team Golf Championship. Woo. I remember this one in 1987. Argentine soccer star Diego Maradona, Diego, announces his retirement from football on his 37th birthday. Wow. Back in 2015, The Breeders' Cup horse racing, Keeneland Racetrack, day one winners, Hit a Bomb, Liam's Map, Catch a Glimpse, and Stop Charging Maria. I don't remember that. Back in 2019 in the Baseball World Series, the Washington Nationals, I do remember this one, beat the Houston A-Holes 6-2 in Game 7 at Minute Maid Park. Houston is the first one to for its first title in franchise history, and the MVP was the Washington pitcher Steven Strasburg. Oh, I apologize. No, wait. Houston to win first title. Oh, yeah. I misread it. The Washington Nationals won, so that was good. But backing up a little bit, in 2016, Oakland Raiders break the single game record for most penalties in an NFL game, gaining 23 and win over Tampa Bay. I was all of 5. I remember Watergate. That's what I remember of those days. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned on this program, but the thing that I have of Watergate is really quite simple. It is, for those of you that have seen the concrete basin or the LA River, it's this concrete monstrosity. It's just big. There's a little trickle going down the middle, and there's a wire fence. You see the 2 poles. I know it's kind of odd, but I guess they're hanging wire fences. And actually, we do not have a call number, Lenny, but I will give you the link to today's program. Bear with me a moment, Lenny, through Facebook. Thank you, Mr. Melnick. I believe Mr. Lenny may be heading over to the West Coast sometime soon. So I look forward to that. Give me one moment, Lenny. I'm pulling you up on. There it is. The link is in quotes. You need to highlight the link, because for those that are using Facebook and or Apple products, it doesn't always go through. But Lenny, I just sent you the link through Facebook. He is the godfather of fantasy sports. He is the man. And he's going to be moving real close, possibly. But we'll see if he joins us. I'm a little worried. It still shows that I'm on the wireless. I don't know why. Good morning, Tony Kanapka. Thank you for joining us. We are having loads of internet connectivity issues this morning. So maybe that's why my fellow co-hosts are not able to join me this morning. I don't know. We'll see. But I am live, and I'm glad I'm getting some responses from everyone. So we'll see. Oh, right. Or was Lenny putting it in the chat room for me to call him? I don't know. I don't have that connection. I'm not that smart to make it work like I used to. I could put the mic right here, and we could have everyone listen on Blog Talk Radio. Yeah, it's way beyond me. Oh, my goodness. I believe. I'm sorry. We are having internet connectivity issues. I'm so sorry. So I do apologize, folks. Let me see if I can slow something down. Wow. It looks like there's a significant problem going on. Okay, hopefully that'll work. I had a pause, a significant download going on. We'll see if that's the issue. Am I still freezing? Because I know Lenny is not on yet. But I'm still able to see your commentary. Okay, it looks like my internet has gotten to where it needs to be. It says device is not connected yet. So, Mr. Melnick, you need to turn on your computer and your mic. I'm sorry, your video monitor and your mic, and we'll see. But, okay, got that information in. I am a little perturbed right now with what's going on. like I said, I wasn't able to open up my Outlook. We had to restart the computer twice. Turns out we had an internet failure. Outlook couldn't start last time. Safe mode. No. I hit yes. What a bonehead. So it's going to start in safe mode. Oh, what a great start to this morning. Hopefully, Mr. Melnick be able to join us shortly. No. I don't want to do any of that. I just need you to start so I can get to my news and stuff. There, we're going to start her up again. No safe mode stuff. So it just took forever to try to get going this morning. It looks like I'm doing that now. But I have backup. Wow, the Braves won 2-0. And as I heard, see, I was busy. I was out on a date yesterday. I'm sorry. I know, shocking. But I was. My old high school sweetheart. I've known her since high school. We were going over when we actually met. And we put it somewhere in 82 or 83 when we actually met. And we were an item, I guess, for most of my high school years, all 4. Yes, while I was studying to be a priest, go figure. I was at a high school seminary, and I had a girlfriend for 3. I think it was 3 of the 4 years. Didn't have it my freshman year, but I generally did sophomore, junior, and senior. That's not what distracted me. I was very naive, as she was back then. Anyway, here we go. A man came home from an exhausting day at work, plopped down on the couch in front of the television, and told his wife, "Get me a beer before it starts." The wife sighed and got him a beer. 10 minutes later, he said, "Get me another beer before it starts." She looked cross, but fetched another beer and slammed it down next to him. He finished that beer and a few minutes later said, "Quick, get me another beer. It's going to start any minute." The wife was furious. "Is that all you're going to do tonight? Drink beer and sit in front of that TV? You're nothing but a lazy, drunken, fat slob. And furthermore," the man sighed and said, "It's started." So go figure. I believe I can bring it on right now. And ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Big Apple, where it happens around the world, the man, the myth, the godfather of fantasy sports, Lenny Melnick.
Yeah, I'm from the Big Apple. I just found out my apple has a worm in it, so I don't know how to get that out. But how you doing? I just thought I'd liven things up a little bit there, Roger. Roger, Andrea says hello. We're all saying hello. We're watching you. It's fantastic. What a way to start what is it, Monday? I don't even know what day it is. But
I don't know what day it is. It's Saturday morning. Good morning to the queen of sports, Andrea. Thank you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So what are you kids doing today, man? What are the plans?
Well, foreplay. That's the plan. It's reached a point where, it's a Saturday night. So early Sunday morning, I start foreplay. All right, and that's that's what we do. Actually, she's going out to escape me for a little while because we stay together in our little condo all day, every day, 24 hours a day, and once a week I let her out. Right? Pretty good strategy, right, Roger?
Well, with respect to Andrea, hey, if it works, it works, because obviously I failed at mine, so well, I have no comment.
I failed 2 times before, so I think I've got, I learned a little bit, I hope. We'll see.
Well, Lenny, I envy you and admire you, and I respect Andrea because she is one steely-eyed woman. So.
That's right. All right, you got yourself out of that one. All right.
Hell yeah! I know. I saw the hole, Lenny. Yeah. I'm like, oh, better go the other way.
That was it. So, are you watching? Are you watching the World Series at all?
Yes, I saw the first 2 games, but Lenny, happily, as I advised the world, I was out on a date yesterday.
Oh,
and
good for you,
yeah, and that was it. It's my high school sweetheart, so it's really cool. And
No
speaking
kidding.
of good for, oh my God, Speedy!
Is that your high school sweetheart?
No,
All right, I'm sorry. That's okay. I don't mean to interrupt. Good morning, Speedy. Nice to see you. I I found a book about my high school sweetheart, and in junior high school, up till ninth grade, I didn't know exactly what was going on. She was my girlfriend for a couple of years, and I later found out by reading a book, lost track with her when she went to college, that she was the number one communist recruiter in Latin America. She was assassinated by Ronald Reagan, and that was my first love of my life. All right, and I had no idea what was going on.
wait a minute, but you said female, and then you said he later.
No, no, she was assassinated by
Oh,
Ronald Reagan in
okay.
a plane crash,
I'm sorry.
supposedly.
It's that
Well,
Queen's accent. I'm
well,
sorry.
and it doesn't even matter. Everything is gender neutral. In baseball, you can't say first baseman anymore. You have to say first base person, right? You can't say man. Right? And there's a whole bunch of things, by the way.
When
Uh,
did that happen? I was
uh,
watching baseball 2 days ago.
Yep, and they can't say one man on. You have to say one person on. It's all gender relative. Okay. As a matter of fact, there's a group complaining about using the word ball. That's gender sensitive. The word ball. Okay. Some are complaining that why don't you say base vagina instead of baseball? I don't know. It's getting really, yeah, Roger. Look around. I didn't say that. It's getting really bad. And in hockey, it's even worse. They're complaining about calling uh, they should say it should be first session, third session, second session. You can't say period. That's gender sensitive,
Oh.
right? So it's a whole bunch of stuff going on in sports.
Lenny, you do have your finger on the heartbeat, and
Yeah.
I'm impressed because I am way too old to make those changes. I am respectful. I understand stuff, Lenny, but
Huh?
yeah, I'm not along for that. I just, if I address someone at work, and I use that word carefully, address, but if I speak to someone at work, I call them by their name. I don't use a pronoun, so I'm a bit ahead of the
Okay.
game, right, Mr. Milnick?
Yeah.
Oh, I did it right there.
There
It
you
should
is.
say,
What are you
"Hey,
doing?
Lenny."
Yeah, you're doing disaster stuff this weekend.
As a matter of fact, yes. As being a civil servant,
But are
and
you
that
doing it
might,
right now? Is this part of it?
I'm helping the community.
Okay.
That was a good shot, Lenny. That was an intellectual good shot. Are you doing disaster service right now?
uh,
Yeah, we are.
that's pretty good. One sports question for you. What was the most dramatic situation? Oh, we got more company. I'll get off in a minute. Let you guys go. But
Hey, no. You
Hey,
stay with us, Lenny. I don't need to know whether it's going to take you a minute or not. Okay, just
oh yeah, it usually takes me less than a minute. But the point is that uh, what's the most dramatic situation that happened in baseball this year at the end of the year to let the Atlanta Braves get into the World Series?
what is the
Do you
most
know?
dramatic situation? I don't know what that they
Unbelievable.
adopted the tomahawk chop. I don't know what.
Unbelievable situation. That tomahawk chop was a tribute to Deion Sanders, by the way. Had nothing to do with anything like that. But think about this, and you can say if you want, you could disagree. The reason the Atlanta Braves are going to win the World Series or get into the World Series is because of the injury to Ronald Acuna. Because of the injury. If Acuna didn't get hurt, they wouldn't have got Rosario from the Cleveland Indians for Pablo Sandoval. And Rosario led them into the World Series. So think about that for a second. The best player among the best players in baseball gets hurt. It was the best thing that happened to the Atlanta Braves. Okay? So that's all I want to
Lenny,
say.
I thank you for that. I appreciate that insight. I know your better half came up with that one, and I want to give her credit on that one. I think it's right clear. Look, she was, in addition to what you just stated, she called the injury to Strasburg over a year in advance.
Oh, definitely. And by the way, she's not my better half. She's my she's my better 15 16th. Okay.
Oh my God! Now, folks, you have to understand why the big dog and I are just absolutely. And good morning, big dog. Good morning,
Morning.
Speedy.
Morning,
Having the
everybody.
Godfather of fantasy sports on right now. No one can hear our first episode because Blog Talk Radio did us wrong. But on our very second episode, which is really our first one doing sports, if November 1st was our first episode, we met Lenny Melnick on November 8th, 2008. And Lenny, I don't know what happened. He was deprived, didn't get any the night before, don't know whatever. He called into the program and he took it out on us. And he famously said, "Man, you guys sure are entertaining, but you guys don't know what you're talking about."
Well, this goes to show you. Here it is, 2021, and nothing has changed. I got absolutely Zippo last night, so I call you. How about that?
Oh, Lenny! Wow. Okay, you are the man, Lenny, and I appreciate that because he took one for the team on that one. Sorry, Andrea, but it's really good stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe
but it's a
one
little
game.
different now because at age 74, I hide from her. That's the big that's case, okay? I got Zippo, but it was because I was pretending to be asleep.
Wow, Lenny, you and I may have a little bit more in common than I care to admit. But
Okay.
those are part of my failures. Lenny,
Yes.
Tony Konopka says in the chat room that he loves Lenny and Andrea, love their show, of course. Would you please let us know where our audience, which they already know, but where our audience can find you as well as Andrea and when you guys are on
All right.
on doing stuff.
Yeah, okay. Lenny Melnick, fantasysports.com. I do a show every morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Andrea and I do The Lady and the Legend Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And you can also hear it on demand. Just go to the website, Lenny Melnick, fantasysports.com. And we'll be back on Sirius Radio sometime in January doing our stuff. And thank you for that.
Absolutely awesome. Lenny, you've been talking about it on Facebook. Are you going to be my neighbor? Are we going to be neighbors?
Well, I'll tell you, Roger, I'm going to do the greatest thing anybody could ever do comes July. We are selling our house. We are going to get in the car. We're selling our furniture. We need nothing, okay, except some clothes. We're going to get in the car and drive around the country looking for a place to live. And Arizona is going to be our first stop. And then after that, who the heck knows? We want to go out west. Andrea's mother lives out west, so we want to be closer to her. But imagine getting in the car with no house, nothing, just your clothes in the back seat, and you're looking for a place to live. That's freedom. Freedom. Not freedom to kill people with COVID, but it's freedom, okay? It's great, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Lenny, I admire you. I'm struggling with my March 28th, 2024 retirement date. It is now moving super fast.
Really?
I am, yes, I won't be 55 when I retire from my current employer, which I'm working the weekend for, but I am hitting all of my marks to retire, and it's a tad frightening because I always had an out saying, okay, well, if I don't get to here, I'll extend my or my time with my employer. And no, I'm hitting my marks and surpassing them.
Good for you.
So I'm fortunate in that.
Because they don't want you anymore.
No, dude, they didn't want me the day after I signed my, that I accept this job. No, it has nothing to do with that. This is on a personal stuff that I'm hitting all of my marks, and it is a bit scary, but I am moving forward because I still want to do it. So,
Well,
Lenny, I do admire that
okay.
you're doing that move.
So before I take off, let me leave you with this. And perhaps if I would have thought about this at age 22, maybe my life would have been different. But I have no complaints. Okay,
It's
here's what you have to
53
do.
years ago, Lenny.
Here's what you got to do, Roger.
That's more. That's older than I am. But go ahead.
The most important thing, especially when you retire, is to do something every day that you love to do. If you do something every day, regardless of what it is that you love to do, I get up at 5 in the morning because I can't wait to start my day. That makes me one of the wealthiest people in this country because I never work a day now. All right. All I do is I do baseball, I do sports, I talk to my listeners, I talk to everybody that supports me. That's my day. I love it. I'm able to at least pay the bills with it. And if you could find something that you love to do, go get them, kid. And thanks for having me on. And now you can do your show.
This is the program. You are the entertainment, Lenny.
Thank you. Well, I don't mean to hog it, but go ahead.
No, you never do, Lenny. You
Let
visited us our first day, and we took off ever since. The minute you told us that we didn't know we were talking about, we were like, okay. We've been on ever since.
Well, I have one question, Roger, regarding that statement that I made, and perhaps I shouldn't have made it. But when are you going to start figuring out what's going on?
When you move closer to me.
Okay, and we'll do shows together. Thank you all for letting me speak a
Lenny,
few minutes.
Lenny, are you planning on going to like a root tick trip? That would be awesome.
We already
Oh,
did.
we've done that.
Yeah, like four
Every year,
years ago.
Andrew and I travel 3 or 4 months around the country, and here's what we do: we say hello to our listeners and our supporters. We get, we tell people we'll be in Indianapolis on Saturday. A Saturday, we get 10 people. Next stop, we go to Kansas City, we get 15 people. Then we go to North Dakota, we get 3 people. And at the end of the 3 or 4 months, we've seen 300 to 400 people. We even saw Roger down there wherever we were, and it was great because
Ontario. We were at the Ontario. We were right by the airport, I believe.
yeah, I don't know. Roger said he's coming for breakfast, so I went downstairs to the desk,
And
and
I effed it up.
yeah, they have breakfast there, and I said, I was supposed to get a free breakfast, and I didn't get it, so she gave me free breakfast, so that's why I took Roger out to breakfast.
It worked.
It
All
worked.
four of us had breakfast that morning. It was
That's right.
Lenny, Andrea, the one who still lives here, and of course myself. And I'm trying to find that picture. Lenny, where were you? What year was it that you were here that we met? Was it
Well,
2017 or 2018?
you got me on that. I don't even know what day it is today, so who the hell knows what I'm doing? Uh,
I'm
okay, Roger,
desperately trying to
I'm
find that picture.
74, and you're asking me what I did 3 years ago? Come on, man.
All right, fair enough. Hey,
Next thing,
but you're still married, so that's a beautiful thing.
next thing, Roger's going to ask me what I had for breakfast. Okay, I know that. That's what you're going to do.
Oh, come on, Lenny. We're a little more prepared for that. But if you want to help us out, what'd you have for breakfast?
I had ham and eggs with a side order of sausage, and I remember that, and a bowl of Cheerios, and then I had because I got free breakfast, so I could eat everything. I ate till 4 o'clock that afternoon.
Okay, this is the important part. Did you cook breakfast?
I never do. Anyway, I do have to go because I have
Lucky
another show
bastard.
that's waiting for me. All right.
Thank you, Andrea. Also, thank you for
Uh-huh.
letting me get away for a little bit. But Lenny, seriously, you have been on with us so many times. It has
Well,
been our pleasure and our privilege to have met you that first episode. We kid around about it because you were being funny, because you kept calling into us, you kept spending time, and because of you, many other people came over to visit with us. And Lenny, it's if you were to move out here, wow.
yeah. Well, people ask me all the time about making a living in fantasy sports. Can you make a living? Can you do this and can do that? And I tell people the real truth. It's never been about the money for me. I have a website. I got a podcast. I don't charge a nickel for anything that I do. Okay. For me, the biggest gain that I have made in my life in fantasy sports is being able to meet people like Roger Noriega and become he's a true family friend, extended family. We've seen each other maybe once or twice, that's it. But Roger, I love listening, I love calling in, and most of all I love you. And that's the important thing.
I love you too, Lenny. I paused deliberately.
Okay,
I,
Roger.
I, Speedy, did you have anything real quick? Did you want to ask him before he goes?
No, I asked what I
Oh, okay.
needed to ask him.
All right, fair enough. Lenny, I look forward to it, and we'll see what happens. But thank you for updating us. And folks, catch him. He's on almost every morning. Lenny Melnick.
FantasySports.com.
There it is. And it would be Lenny to
And
finish
it's
it off.
free. Free. Absolutely free.
I love that line.
It's free.
Free.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Lenny. Appreciate it, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Lenny Melnick, the godfather of fantasy sports. As you know, he is in the Hall of Fame. He introduced someone into the Hall of Fame, and he's there. And, of course, he has one of the greatest recordings of all time available, which quite possibly could have been lost to history, and he has a copy of it. Maybe next time he returns, we'll be able to ask him about it. But, folks, check it out. They do some incredibly entertaining, insightful stuff. We deliberately say that we do not do fantasy sports here because we don't. We will not, cannot compete with Lenny and Andrea. They know what's going on. I don't pretend to play that game. That's why we say we keep it real. They know what's going on. And, Andrea has beaten me at fantasy sports many times. I got her on one, and that's it. That's it. And I'm never going to let it go. Never going to let it go. And she's very sharp when it comes to it. And both of those two, it's obvious their passion for sports is incredible. And I envy that. So we'll see. So is Speedy the scorekeeper, says Andrea? No, that Andrea? I'm a little bummed. I don't know. But Tony says, who don't you know, Roger? Unfortunately, I don't have an answer to that. I've actually had the privilege of knowing quite a few. Yeah, their chemistry is absolutely awesome. They are hilarious, and it is a lot of fun. But all right, we're gonna get to it. Lenny, I thank you for riding shotgun, being my wingman this morning, knowing that I had technical difficulties, and for everyone that are joining us late, we apologize. There was an internet outage in the neighborhood, and I don't know if there was a power surge, as I mentioned earlier, but in addition to the internet outage, my computer just went into full Bronx mode, pretending to start and then failing at the end. So
maybe a blown transformer in your area?
It's very possible, but yeah, we had some difficulty. But bringing him on right now, Big Dog, good morning. How are you, young man?
Good
Morning,
morning. Okay. And Aisha, thank you for the question. I'm doing okay. It's gonna be a rough week next week, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
Put me back on the bottom. I don't belong. No,
no.
that is your spot.
I don't know if that's true.
Put me
but
back.
I'm actually okay right here because
Put
it's the
me
first
back.
time I'm actually looking up to.
Well,
I was going to say Lenny,
I'll
but I'm
fart on
looking
you.
up.
Yeah. Lenny is gone.
Whoa, what? What did you say, Big Dog?
I say put me back on the bottom, or else I'm gonna fart on you. Since you're below me, you can look up and thank you.
Scorekeeper does not want to be farted on.
Okay, I want to see if he's going to threaten you now.
Oh no, not Speedy. Never Speedy.
Yeah. But
How was your date last night?
Yeah, how was that? Where'd you go?
Typical story of my life. A lot of prep, went, nothing happened. Move on.
No Texas Roadhouse or nothing like that? You didn't go get a date?
No,
We went
because
to
he
dinner.
doesn't do wait. He doesn't wait in line, not wait in line, but doesn't wait for a seat.
No, folks, don't get me wrong. I will wait, but I see
That's not what
absolutely
you said.
no. I'm
You
very
said
clear.
never. You put on there never. Did you or did you not?
I said I never wait for anything more than 30 minutes. I've waited 15 minutes. I see no point. I will never wait more than 30 minutes. I'll leave. I will not wait an hour. Sorry, I have stuff to do. And whether it's stare at a window,
Evidently
or
not, since you
right
came
walk.
home and by yourself.
What are
You
you
didn't have
talking about?
anything to do last night.
What do you mean?
Dream would get that. Dream would get that inference.
Oh, yeah, okay. Nice inference. Whatever. It is what it is. I went out. I had a wonderful meal with my high school sweetheart, and I took in a movie, which, as I mentioned to her, probably would not have been my first choice, but
How
it
was that movie? I heard it's supposed to be very, very good.
It is an artsy film on steroids,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Does Scorekeeper like artsy films? First of all,
I do take in artsy films. That one would not have been my first choice, as I mentioned to her. I probably would have gone to see it, but not right away. I would have waited till the theater was empty. But hell, the theater was almost empty yesterday. The film is not going to have a long runtime. This was Friday night. Yes, it's Halloween weekend, and everyone was going to Halloween events. But there were, counting ourselves, there were no more than 10 people at the 10:10 showing last night. That thing should have been packed on a Friday night, and it was not. So I don't know. The movie, actually, I think it was well done. It did have several turns to it. I think it's just a shame people are not going to go watch that movie.
yeah, this is more of an independent film. I don't think they were expecting, $100 million from it or anything like that. I think
they were hoping for several thousand.
Well, it's already hit that. I mean, it's in its second or third week out already, so it's not like it's opening weekend.
Yeah, this movie, it had a run before, as they do in New York and LA, but this is the opening weekend for this one because Dune was last week, and I believe Immortals was the week before. Actually, Big Dog, yeah. As a matter of fact, Leticia.
Immortals. I don't believe Immortals. I thought Immortals wasn't out yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then I'm thinking of another one that was out. I apologize because Dune beat someone the other time. But anyway, excuse that comment. The young lady I went out with yesterday was saying, "Hey, I understand this movie is only running for one day." No, it's not. Today is opening day, so we'll see. And she said, "Well, it's only going to play for one day." No, it's playing tomorrow and Sunday as well. So it's okay. I guess there was a lot of bad news out there. I don't know. Maybe there was some sarcasm she may have heard. But this is opening weekend for that movie, so it's okay. Hey, it is what it is. And as we were walking out of the theater, she saw quite a few of the movies, and she was pointing, I want to see that one, that one, that one, and that one. So in my mind, I was like, okay, that's about another 10 dates before the year ends. Wow. Dinner and a movie. Awesome.
Yeah, there you go. Dinner and a movie.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. So it is. It is what it is. So it's all good. Well, all right, folks. We dilly-dallied, and we're getting to it. I know we're going to get to our NFL picks shortly in about 7 minutes ago. So
speaking of, I asked you a question, which of course you never answered because it was a Facebook question, which usually you don't answer. But anyway,
hey, Speedy, hold on a minute. This does get a tad old, Big Dog. Dude, I'm not always on Facebook. I'll post and I try to see all the comments.
True, but you answered the other question when I was making fun of you, but you answered that one like 6 hours after I asked the other question, which was on Sports Talk with the Guys, and I tagged you with your name. Don't give me that look.
I'm listening.
It's true. Did you or did you not pick the Cardinals? You never specifically said, I'm taking the Cardinals. All you did was, I forgot who you agreed with. You said, yes, football god.
Oh, I was being sarcastic to Andrew.
So then you had no pick then.
I don't believe I had a pick.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll take your name off. I mean, it's surprising that you yourself made that post, but yet you didn't pick.
I've
okay.
always said that you can avoid one pick, so I avoided Thursday night.
Okay,
So,
I'll take your name off.
so yeah, I wasn't. I even thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to. I had a sneaky suspicion the Packers were going to win, and I didn't exactly want to go with them. I wanted to go with the Cardinals, and I just didn't think that the Cardinals were going to do it. So I don't know why. But then I've been busy because we've been doing stuff. Folks, look, it is what it is. I don't spend my life on Facebook. I do it in spurts, story my life. And,
it's funny. You're funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, normally, ladies and gentlemen,
you've been posting on Facebook at least 4 or 5 times a day over the last week or two. I don't know how you say you don't spend your time on Facebook.
Once again, I do them in spurts. Like I look at a whole bunch of videos and I try to upload them, and I do them all within a short period of time. So,
okay.
I haven't.
As I was trying to say before, so rudely interrupted by the
Go ahead, Speedy.
two up here. But normally I come on here and I'm very happy about what happened on Sunday, but that wasn't the case this week because for whatever reason, my cable decided to crap out. Actually, all of our cable here crapped out. So I had to call Comcast and, like, well, we can't fix it remotely. We'll have to send somebody out. Not until tomorrow morning, which means I missed all the NFL games. I was only getting updates from my phone and from the internet, from my computer, and from Facebook, which is now apparently Moto. Is that what they're calling it?
Oh, Facebook, I forgot what they're calling themselves now.
Yeah, they made a name change yesterday.
What's the name of Scorekeeper? Is it Meta? Meta, isn't it?
Meta. Yeah, that's what it is.
You said you have Comcast?
Yes.
They don't have a Comcast app where you can watch live TV on the internet?
They did.
Because Spectrum does.
Spectrum does, yeah.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, in case that happens again, you could watch at least the NFL games.
Yeah, I will do that in case it happens again. But I do know the Raiders won, so that was a plus.
Yeah, everybody did pretty decently last week. In fact, I just had it right now. Where am I at?
Am I the top pick? Because I think I picked most teams that won, but like I said, I didn't watch the game.
I'll tell you in a second. Let me pull that particular one up. Week 7, week 8, week 7. Here we are. You were 7-5.
Okay.
Last week. The top ones were myself and Scorekeeper and Gridiron Girl and Almighty. Almighty, Gridiron Girl, and Scorekeeper were all 9-4. I was 8-5. Tony was 8-4. Aisha was 7-5. Dream was 9-4. You were 7-5. Roz was 8-5, and Andre was 1-0. So now he's 3-0 for the year.
Yeah, and then how about the sad news about Carl Madsen, NFL referee, died on his way home after being the official for the Chiefs-Titans game.
Accident? He had a heart attack? What was the circumstance?
They haven't specified. They just said that something happened on the way home. He was on his way home and something happened. Maybe medically, maybe it was a car accident. But nobody's really speaking about what exactly happened with him. But he has passed away. Long-term referee.
Let's see. You have dead air, Scorekeeper?
I'm prepping the NFL items right now. We're gonna get to.
Oh, he
Uh,
muted himself. That's all.
Ayesha, do you
So,
hear the feedback on all of us, or is it just one of us? Who do you hear the feedback on, please? And I appreciate that. Let me know.
it says that he was driving home and he reportedly has a medical issue, so it wasn't an accident.
Oh wow.
It says upon arrival, Metro Nashville police found Madsen unconscious. They broke open the window, removed Madsen from the vehicle, and performed chest compressions. He was reportedly taken to St. Thomas Midtown Hospital, where he later died.
Wow.
Says that
He
he
was
was
72 years old.
he was an on-field official for 12 seasons from 97 to 208 before becoming the replay official in 2009. It also says he was an Air Force veteran serving from 1973 to 76.
Yep.
And this is all via the New York Post. So how things been going with you, Speedy?
Everything's been going good. Just missed you last week.
Yeah, I don't.
We understand why. We understand why. Don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't. I don't ever do anything that day.
Yeah, I know.
So, there was a. Before we get into it, and while Scorekeeper is doing this, he can chime in if he wants it. I was hoping we'd have Dream here, but that's fine. Um, as we all know, last week Brady threw for his 600th touchdown, or was last Thursday, excuse me. And Mike Evans gave the ball to a fan, and when they realized the importance of the football, they got it back. And people have been complaining ever since about what he received in return. So this was the exchange. So he gave Tom Brady back the 600th touchdown ever, which breaks the record, or I mean is a record. And this is what the fan received. And let me know if you guys feel it was enough, too much, or the guy should have just maybe just kept the football and kept his mouth shut. So he received two signed jerseys and a helmet from Brady, one signed Mike Evans jersey and the game cleats from that night. So the game winning catch cleats. He got $1,000 in Buccaneers team store money, two season tickets for the rest of this year and all of next year. So for 2021 and the 2022 seasons, he has season tickets for that. And Tom Brady decided to add to it, and he gave him one Bitcoin. Do you guys
That's.
feel that was enough, or should he have held out for more?
I think that's enough right there.
Yeah. The only thing I would have maybe tried to finagle would have been the game worn jersey
Game
for
worn. Yeah.
or the helmet or the cleats or something from Brady that was game
Yeah.
worn from that night. If I'm giving up the football, I maybe would want something else. But other than that, I mean, I think this guy got a lot of stuff. Yes, the supposed value of that football was anywhere from $400,000 to $500,000 if it went to auction. Now, of course, that's all speculative because auctions are auctions, but that was supposedly like on the spot. All the auction houses gave that estimate. That's what the ball would be worth if it were to go to auction. But I feel that he got enough. Scorekeeper, would you feel that was enough, or would you have been happy with that, or would you have even given it back?
I can't play the woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm not going to answer that because I'm not. But the
Okay,
other part
then
is,
do you feel he got
uh,
enough then?
look, I'm for items being available through history, and I would prefer it go to, Canton. So
And it just might. I mean, you never know. I mean, Tom Brady may give it to Canton.
So it is up to the player, the team, and all that to determine whether they're going to send it over. Because I believe Canton, Ohio, can ask for it, but it doesn't mean that they're going to give it to them. So look, here's the deal. As far as that, people are making quite a bit about it. The uproar was at first that he was getting ripped off. It was amusing to me how people didn't know the details at first. I I don't want to spend more neurons on it because I don't place monetary value on things such as that. I don't, and it's not something that I look. I hold on to tickets to a game I went to years ago, and one of them is a no hitter, and the ticket is worth $50. Just a ticket stub. I'm never going to sell it. I'm never going to get.
The Fernando Valenzuela ticket?
Yeah,
Trust me, it's worth more than $50.
I'm never going to sell it.
No, I know, but I know you're saying the ticket was $50. No, I'm saying no, it's worth
No, no,
much
no,
more
no.
than that.
I didn't pay $50. I said at the time, I saw that it was worth $50. I don't know what it's worth now. Don't know, and I'm sorry. I don't put value on that. If I have a player's signature, it's for me. It was that moment.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
I
I agree
won't
with you.
sell it. So for me, putting value on there, it's nice, but yeah, I'm not into that sort of collectible stuff.
True, but at the same time, I mean, it's good to know a value just in case something happens, a life event happens, and you suddenly need money right away.
I did, and I have three rookie cards. I have Wade Boggs, I have Tony Gwynn, and I have there's another one of the three from 82, 83. I forget who else I have. I have Ryan Sandberg, rookie. I have several rookies, and I was in that spot, and I never sold it. And so I understand what you say, Big Dog, and it is a smart investment for some people, but I'm not that smart to play that game. So I don't. It's something I don't dabble in.
No, I totally understand, and I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying to dabble in it, but it's still good to know just in case. In case something happens, and you're not in the fortuitous uh, uh, angle to be able to hold on to that stuff when the money is needed right away. Hence the reason why I have lots of statues behind me because unfortunately they are going to go on eBay because we need the money because of what happened a few weeks ago and the burial has to happen. I can't keep that waiting. So when you're short of money, you do what you need to do. That's all I'm saying.
Did you commented, Speedy? You thought the offer was enough?
Yeah, and then I
Or
know
not the
some of
offer, the deal. It
the
wasn't an
deal.
offer.
Yeah, the deal.
I think it was enough. I mean, the season tickets
Yeah,
alone, season
that is
tickets,
awesome.
yeah, for 2 years for two people each. I mean, that's at least $20,000 or close to it for the 2 seasons, considering they're world champions. So the prices went up this
Oh
year
yeah.
and for next year.
Uh-huh.
And they're doing pretty damn good. I mean, the game worn cleats by the receiver, that's worth some money. I mean, and of course
Uh-huh.
the big quicker was that Bitcoin. I mean, who knows? Bitcoin could fall on its face, or it could turn into the Apple stock. Where when people were buying it, $10-$20 a share, and now it's what is it, $3,800 a share, or even more than that. Now I don't even know what the hell Apple shares are worth.
Yeah, but I'm sure some people would have been like, "That's stupid. Why would he just keep his mouth shut and he would have kept the ball?"
Okay,
Well, they knew who it was
Yeah, they
that
knew.
he gave it to him. So they asked him, what will it take? And this is what we're going to offer you. And it was he could have been a jerk about it and say, no, I'm keeping it and hold out for more money. But then he would have gotten just as much uproar for saying, no, I'm going to keep it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel the only other thing maybe I would have, like, say, take all this. I might ask for a meet and greet. Yeah, I'll give you the
Oh
football
yeah.
back, but I want to give the football to Tom Brady myself. Type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't think about the meet and greet. That would be smart too.
take a couple of pictures.
Mhm.
Here's another reason why I won't really get into the commentary of this. Over the years, we've seen situations where there's major moments in sports, and fans get 15 minutes, whether it be they caught a ball to prevent a home run, to make a home
Yeah.
run, whether they got a bat, something. And fans, the ones commenting, I don't get it. They're throwing in all these comments when it's like, well, it's not you. So what do you care? One person gave a bat or a ball back, I forget where it was, for nothing.
Yeah.
And the person was ridiculed. So first of all, you never win. So
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm saying.
me,
Yeah.
my thing is I don't even want to get in that because I wasn't there to catch the ball or the bat or the football, whatever. And it is what it is. I think the team screwed up if they told him what the ball was because very few people knew that he was going for 600. So if the team told him, well, that's his 600, we need it back. That was stupid. And but I don't know the full story. I've read quite a bit, but I I don't know what the interchange was. So it was
Yeah.
bad negotiating to begin with. But
My
that's again that's really as far as I'm going to go on that, folks. Because
my understanding is I'm not sure when the exchange about the offer to give it or the offer the merchandise for the ball back, but my understanding is after he threw that touchdown, they announced it at the stadium, and I don't believe the stadium or the Buccaneers officials got to this particular person until after it was already announced that was his 600th touchdown. I could be wrong, but I
Right.
could have swore I read that they had made the announcement, and sometime during that time is when they went and approached this gentleman. Hi, Gridiron Girl.
Oh, great Iron Girl's here. Now the party can start.
fair enough.
Gig is here.
So
Right. Yeah.
I do want to say, folks, it is a little past 7 a.m. Pacific time, and I know our big audience is here right now, and I know they're here for the football picks. So if you gentlemen are done with that one, I want to go ahead and just get going so we can do, because this is a significant portion of our program. I am set and ready to go right here. So we're not going to go over Thursday because that game has passed. I was sarcastically asked on one episode, why don't you go over Thursday's game for picks? Because it's already been played.
Exactly. We don't do that here on Sports Talk with the Guide.
Well, wait a minute. We are the Monday morning quarterbacks on Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're behind on everything. So good morning to everyone. Memories are priceless. Yes, Aisha, they are. You know, I I take pictures of places that I go to and what I see. Sometimes they're not what you would call postcard images, but I take images to remind me of a particular moment because I try to be in the moment. And whenever I've asked people, hey, do you want me to get you anything? Get me a picture. And if you want to text it to me, that would be awesome. I consider those priceless because when they text you that image, more than likely the person is there and you have a timestamp, you have it. It's a moment of history. And it's really kind of cool. It's even better than a postcard. But I have many postcards which I've saved. But receiving a text from someone actually being there, that's really kind of neat. And it happened, I believe, in 2007. A classmate of mine was in Venice, Italy, and he took a picture of the Grand Canal and he sent it to me. And I looked at my phone. I'm like, wow, that's cool. And I said, dude, when were you there? And he responded, I'm here right now. And ever since then, I've kind of kept that thing where if ever I'm somewhere or someone, I try to contact them when I'm there, or I try to post the event when I'm there, or whatever, because I'm just an old history guy. And Aisha, you said it, memories are priceless. So I have an anal view of moments and memories. So it's unique to Scorekeeper who's got mental issues. So if everyone is ready to go, we're going to get to the NFL picks. So, Big Dog, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, first game that we are going to get to, if I am correct, it is the Bengals at the Jets. So, am I on this one? No, I am not. Wow. First one, and I don't have it set and ready to go. Isn't that great? So, forgive me a moment. I thought I had the first one. That's Thursday night. Damn it. See? I messed up. I did have it. We're doing October 31st, right?
You
Right.
should be.
Yeah.
Bengals Jets. That's a Sunday game.
Okay. I obviously just misread it right now. So I'm going to go back to that one right now. Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first game. It is. Okay. Where the hell are the Bengals?
You're on the
Oh,
wrong week.
oh
It's
my
November 7th.
God. November.
You're,
No.
you're yeah.
You're a week ahead.
Oh, good God. All
Jumping
right.
a week ahead, Storekeeper.
I set up everything for week 9. I'm that tired. I'm so sorry. So it's going to take a little while. We're going to just have to do each and every one like this. All right, Bengals, Jets, 1-5. Oh my God, I cannot believe I did that. All right, in my desire to try to get all of these in, I just flat out blew it. I'm sorry, folks. All right, Cincinnati Bengals. It's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific time on CBS. The Bengals are 5-2 versus the Jets 1-5. It's at MetLife Stadium. All right, you see the numbers right there. On offense, the Bengals are 11th, the Jets are 32nd. They're last in the league. In defense, this is team defense, as is team offense. You have 13th for the Bengals and 15th for the Jets. In passing, the Bengals are 7th overall. The Jets are 30th overall, but yet they're in total offense 32. Go figure. And rushing, the Jets are 32nd and the Bengals are 15th. Last time these two teams played was a while ago, November 30th, 2019, and the Bengals won 22-16. Wow. All right. So, Speedy, why don't you get us going on this one? What's it going to be?
The line is 11, by the way.
I'm sorry, Big Dog. Go ahead.
The line is 11
For
on
who?
Cincinnati.
Oh,
Okay. All right. So, I actually do have Tony. He says that they're going to win. What is it? 27-9. And then we have Gridiron Girl saying it's going to be the Bengals. And then Aisha says it's going to be the Bengals as well. Sorry, Speedy. I'm going with the Bengals. This one is way too easy. What's it going to be, Speedy?
yeah. After you show that record, I'm going to go with the Bengals this time, not the Jets.
Big Dog. What's it going to be, young man?
Bengals straight across. So, we're in trouble now when we all agree.
Yeah, the Jets are probably going to come and win.
Yeah. That is kind of funny, but that does tend to happen. All right, so folks, we have the first game in. We're going to go to the second game right now, which is Gridiron Girl. We need to have your pick, young lady, because you are a Bronco fan. I don't know why, but, whatever.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, my God. We're back up to... All right, hold on a minute.
Yeah, it keeps switching to next week.
So it's not me. It's just doing that. Okay, folks, forgive me. Wow. Okay, let me go to week 8 on this one. I'm sorry. I said I've had computer issues all morning, and it's just frustrating me.
Yeah, you did say that.
All right, it's the operator. Titans 5-2 versus the Colts 5-3. We're gonna do that one right now. Jeez. And watch next week on week 9. I'm gonna have week 7 stuff ready to go. So it's at 10 a.m. on CBS. Titans are 5-2. Colts are 3-4. They're at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. You see the numbers on offense. Kind of close on team offense. Titans are 10th. Colts are 12th. On team defense, the Titans are 24th. The Colts are 19th. On passing, the Titans are 22nd. The Colts are 19th. But in rushing, these two teams are quite good. It is Titans 2nd overall in rushing. The Colts are 7th overall. Last time these two teams played, the Titans took it to the Colts, 25-16. It was just, well, look at the score, 25-16 on September 25th, 2021. The tables were turned. It was just a few days ago. So, a little over a month, I believe. What is the line, Big Dog, on this one?
The Colts by 2.5.
Wow. So, at home. All right, Big Dog, what's going to be your pick?
Oh, I'm going to take the Titans. The Colts are going to put up a big fight, but I think the Titans will take it.
All right, Tony is going with the Colts, 28-27 over the Titans. Okay. Here we go. Aisha says it's going to be close, but she believes the Titans are going to take it. Speedy, what's it going to be?
Yeah, this is going to be one of those games where you just don't know what to call it as, but I'm going to go with the Titans on this one.
All right, excellent. We'll see what Gridiron Girl has to say. I know she's a bit behind on that one. But you said who? I'm sorry, Speedy?
The Titans.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, then I don't know.
Looking at the numbers as I do, this one, it's a tad misleading, but just to give you an idea on some of the insight that I do. If we look up the point structure, it's 10, 24, 22, and 2. So I give the points. I give the Titans 58 points. I know. Sorry, Gridiron Girl. What a shock. I got my information wrong. So it's 58 points for the Titans, and then we have 12, 19, 19, and 7. It's a lot closer than you think. So I would go with the Colts on this one at home, and I am going to do that.
So what's the Colts number?
The Colts are 57.
Oh, 1 point difference. Okay.
It's terribly close. Just going that way. What are you talking about? Okay. Yes, Gridiron Girl, thank you. Scorekeeper is tired, sleep deprived. So, not a good combination. It's painful to watch. All right, next game. We're going to take a look at the Rams visiting who? God, this is so annoying when I don't have everything ready to go. I'm sorry, folks. Let me get this one right now. So what I'm going to do is go back to the schedule, and we're just going to have to do it one page at a time, and I'm so sorry. All right, next game, Rams 6-1 versus the reverse Texans 1-6. Oh my God! I just clicked on that one and it still went to it. I don't get it. My computer's really been screwy this morning, folks. Wow! You saw I clicked on it and went back to the other one.
It went back to the other one.
This is crazy. All right, there it is. Proof.
Here it is.
Going psycho this morning. Rams 6-1. Houston Texans 1-6. 10 a.m. This one's on Fox. It's going to be at NRG Stadium. Texans are at home. There are the numbers. Wow. Rams are 5th in total offense. Texans are 29th. The Rams are 23rd in total defense. Texans are 28th. The Rams are 4th in passing. Texans 29th. Rams are 23rd in rushing. Texans 28th. Even though the Texans are at home, look at what happened. The Rams beat the Texans. This is a team of 2 years ago. 22-10 on August 29, 2019. That might have been a preseason game. So, what is the line on this one, Big Dog?
The line, not surprisingly, is the Rams by 16. And also, guys, look for the Rams probably to really try and spotlight Deshaun Jackson because he requested a trade yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Because
yeah, he did.
his contract is very incentive laden. He has a scorekeeper contract, and in 6 games that he's played so far, or excuse me, 7 games, he's only has 8 catches in those 7 games. So he requested a trade to a team that will utilize him more effectively. So look for the Rams to either really put him into the offense to try and make him change his mind, or to spotlight him so that other teams will give him high draft picks. So I'm looking for a high scoring game. So I think they'll cover the 16 points very, very easily.
And you are taking the Rams to win.
Yeah.
Okay, Speedy, what's it going to be?
Yeah, it looks like all of us are going with the Rams this week.
Okay, but unlike other times when we all jump off together, take it for what it is. So look, Gridiron Girl is going to take. Forgive me. The Rams. Tony Kanopka's calling it 30-17. Gridiron Girl is calling the Rams, and Aisha is going with the Lames. I want to give several shout outs this morning. Aisha, Tony, Andrea, and Gridiron Girl all give us likes. Thank you, folks. While we get our act together on this one, while Scorekeeper gets his act together, let me stumble my way out and see. This is where my ADHD really gets out of control. So let me go to NFL.com again. Let's go to the schedule. Okay, here's the schedule. That's the link I'm going to use. And I'm going to come up with another tab here in a moment. So the next game that we're going to get to is a 10 a.m. start. It's going to be on CBS. The Steelers, who are 3-3, are visiting Cleveland, who is a bit surprising this year at 4-3. It's at First Energy Stadium. I believe I did mention 10 a.m. Steelers offense, they're 28th overall. The Browns are 7th. On defense, this is a close match. Steelers are 5th overall, and the Browns are 4th on team defense. Passing, again, these two are close here. Steelers are 26th, the Browns are 24th. But in rushing, wow, the Browns are 1st, and the Steelers are 31. Last time these two teams played, the Browns took it. Oh my God. Look, all of a sudden my email is going crazy. The Browns took it to the Steelers 48-37 on January 10th, 2021. So it was less than a year ago. And what is the line, Big Dog, on this game?
Baby Shit Browns by 4.
Okay, Scorekeeper is taking, the numbers are clearly in their favor. Scorekeeper is taking the Browns. Speedy, what's it going to be?
I will be picking the Browns as well.
All right, Tony is saying that the Browns are going to take it 24-20. Big Dog, what's it going to be?
Baby Shit Browns.
Okay, someone gave us some likes right now, both
That was
at
me.
Sports Talk with the Guys and
That was
NDB
me.
Media. Oh. Okay, well, thank you, Big Dog. I appreciate that. But we do make it very clear that someone on staff gave us those likes, but we'll take them for right now. We don't count them for team leads. I'll just leave that one there, folks, or something else.
What team lead are you talking about? I don't understand. Is our contest going on or something, or what?
Not at all.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, Gridiron Girl says Steelers. They're angry. Wow, Gridiron Girl. Yeah, they may be angry, but I don't know if they're doing it. Aisha is going with the Browns. Now, Big Dog, I believe that there were some picks. Roz did give us her picks, right? In advance.
Yes. Do you want all her picks?
No, not at the moment. Thank you.
Then
So
why ask?
I wanted to know if she'd already given her picks because I remember seeing something. So
Big Dog's like, why'd you ask?
what a shock! All right, here we go. Another 10 a.m. game. Eagles 2-5 are visiting the Lions, who are, what a shock! Have they even won one yet?
No, they have not.
No.
0-7. That was rhetorical. Sorry, folks. I was being stupid. 10 a.m. on Fox. Of course, game time is Pacific. They are at Ford Field, and here are the numbers. This is difficult when you look at the numbers. So, Eagles are 18th in total offense. Lions are 20th. Eagles in total defense are 20th, and Lions are 27th. In passing, the Eagles and the Lions are separated by 1 overall, 17-16 in the aforementioned order. And in rushing, the Eagles are 11th. The Lions are 22nd. So to give you an idea, what I'm looking at, 18, 20, 17, 11. The Eagles have 66 points. And then we look at the other one, and the Lions have 85. So this is clearly, even though some of the numbers look close, it's a blowout in several of the other numbers. So for me, I would lean to them, and sure enough, last time they played, the Lions did edge the Eagles 27-24 on September 21st, 2019. Big Dog, what do you have on the line for this one?
Eagles by 3.5.
Wow. Okay. Tony goes with this one, and he says his Eagles will win the toilet bowl 27-23. Tony, I'm with you on that one. Never thought I'd give it a name of the toilet bowl, but I'm going to go with it. Scorekeeper is going with the Eagles. Big Dog, what are you going to do? Because Aisha is going with the Birdies as well.
I'm going to go with the upset, and I'm going to say the Lions will win their first game at home, and probably the only game they'll win this year.
I also agree with that statement as well. So, Lions.
All right. We have Big Dog and Speedy going with the Lions for the clear upset. Not that they're at home, but it's a clear upset if they win because of the records.
The Lions are at home.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I said not because they're at home, but because of the records that they're 0-7. And Gridiron Girl is going to go with the Lions as well. It clearly is an upset, folks, because
I feel better about my pick now, though. Now that Gridiron Girl picked it.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can actually get a tab open. Yeah, there it is. Okay, now all of a sudden it's working. So I cut and pasted appropriately. So we have another 10 a.m. game, and this one is going to be the 49ers. Sorry, Dream. They're 2-4, visiting the Chicago Bears, 3-4, who are at home. Duh! 10 a.m. on Fox. It's at Soldier Field. And looking at the numbers, these teams are going down. The 49ers are 27th overall. In offense, the Bears are 30th. In defense, the 49ers are impressive. They're second overall, but yet they're 2-4. Numbers never lie, but liars use numbers. Bears are 14th in total defense. In passing, the 49ers are 28th. Bears are 32nd. And in rushing, the 49ers are 19th. The Bears are 6th. Chicago Bears edged the 49ers 14-9 on December 22nd, 2018. So that's a little bit more than a while ago. And looking at the numbers, it's 27, 2, 28, and 19. The 49ers have 76 points. The Bears, wow, they have 82. I am going against the numbers on this one. So I do believe the Bears are going to win at home. But and even before the line, what is the line, Big Dog?
The line is San Francisco by 4.
All right.
No. I don't think so. As Big Dog often said when he talked about how much he has disdain for the Cowboys and doesn't care about them, I have that same disdain and never would cheer for the Niners ever. So I believe the Bears are going to win too. Come on, Bears, you got to win. You just have to.
Thanks, Speedy. You and I are standing on the other side of the rail of the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm glad I'm not doing it alone. Tony's calling the 49ers in a squeaker, 20-17. Big Dog, what are you going to go with this one?
The Bears.
And we need our fine ladies to give us their picks. So, and Aisha, the Teddies. Okay. I have a sneaky suspicion Gig is going to go with the 49ers. So we shall see. And there it is. Perfect timing. Yeah, I had a sneaky suspicion. I don't like going against Gridiron Girl. She knows her stuff. And Tony, you're doing very well too on your picks, as is Aisha. Aisha, man, forgive me. I can't say this. Aisha, you were muddling along And all of a sudden, she's done very well the last 2 weeks, right? Big
Yeah,
dog?
ever since she joined us, she's getting better and better. So this is awesome.
Well, 2 weeks ago she almost ran the table. She went 12-1.
And
Yeah.
folks, no one has been whatever and on this program except for I was perfect one weekend during the playoffs. I know that Cuervo was perfect on one weekend as well during the playoffs. But as far as on the day, the regular week, as far as I remember, Big Dog, you've been here too. I don't know of anyone ever going 13-0 or something. We've had a few that have gone like 11-0 because they didn't put all their picks. But that, in my humble opinion, no. You've got to pick all the games.
Yeah, and the only other person right now, there actually is one person that is undefeated so far. But
yeah.
but that's Andre, and he's only given 3 picks on
Yeah,
3 separate weeks. So
and that is fair. But Aisha, I know that several of us, I think Gridiron Girl had a whatever for one week as well. I've had one. Big Dog's had one. Speedy's had one. We've all had where we were just one game from winning. So no one has won. Aisha almost pulled it off because her picks were solid and it was really good stuff. So Gridiron Girl did go with the 49ers. All right. So let me back out on this one. I'm also going to back out on this one. But to answer your question, Gridiron Girl, yes, it went well. Thank you. But that's it. Okay. It didn't back out. I'm so sorry. Okay. NFL, next game's week 8. We just took a look at this one. We're now looking in at the second to last 10 a.m. game. The Panthers, 3-4, taking on the Falcons, who, if I'm not mistaken, won last week. I was happy because I think I went with the Falcons, but it doesn't matter. This one is going to be on Halloween at 10 a.m. It's going to be on Fox. It's at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And here we go. On offense, the Panthers are 21st in total, Falcons 26th. In defense, they're not separated by much. Panthers 7th, Falcons are 8th. In passing, the Panthers are 23rd and the Falcons are 20th. And in rushing, the Panthers are 20th, Falcons are 30th. The Falcons, last time they played was about a year ago, October 29th, 2020. Almost a year ago to the day, the Falcons won 25-17. Big Dog, what is the line on this one, please?
Falcons by 3.
Scorekeeper is going to go against the numbers, and I'm going to go with the home team to win on this one. And Tony is, we're back on the same page. I don't know why that happened. Forgive me. Tony is saying it's going to be 27-20. Speedy, what's it going to be?
I think Atlanta's also going to win this one as well.
Big Dog.
I'll take the Dirty Birds.
Big Sog. I don't know why I said that or why I typed that. So, Big Dog. All right. So, Aisha, Gridiron Girl says it's going to be Falcons. And Aisha is definitely going for the upset. She's going with the Kitties. So, there it is. I'm starting to worry about Aisha's picks because she's been doing fairly well lately.
That comment makes me want to say something, but I'll be nice.
Go ahead, say it.
So she's saying she has a tight kitty, huh?
So we're going to go to the next game right here, which is the Dolphins, the last 10 a.m. game, 1-6, versus the Bills, who are 4-2. And, of course, the Buffalo Bills are at home, who are not necessarily a surprising team, folks. They've been okay for several years now. And it's at 10 a.m. on CBS. It's going to be at Highmark Stadium. And if anyone needs a new stadium, it would be these guys. And I think Aisha is positive on your commentary there, Big Dog. So this could be like the Empire Strikes Back, but in this one, it was the Big Dog who strikes again. Looking at the numbers, Offense, Dolphins 24th, Bills are 15. In total defense, these are the exact opposite. Dolphins are 32nd, the Bills are 1st. In passing, the Dolphins are 21st, the Bills are 15th. And in rushing, the Dolphins are 29th, the Bills are 12th. Looking at the numbers is quite clear. Last meeting, the Bills just blasted them 35-0 on September 8th, 2021. So that was early in the season this year. Gridiron Grill doesn't care for the line that Big Dog's about to give us.
Line is 14 for the for the where the hell am I at? For the Bills.
Tony, who actually was first on the pick,
Oh
did
wow,
say,
he's thinking it's gonna be a close game.
yeah, I'm not going to go with the score because Tony's much better at it than I am. I'm going with the Bills to win. I'm expecting it to be closer to the plus 14. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think the majority of us are going to go with Buffalo to win this one.
Are you going with Buffalo there, Speedy?
Yes, I am.
So it's left to the Big Dog and Aisha.
Buffalo in a blowout.
Hey, Big Dog, I didn't get your pick on that one. What was that?
The Bisons by a blowout.
Thank you for clarifying that. And so she's going to split the difference. I'm going with the Bills.
Didn't I say that? See?
That's funny.
I'm not going to take that back. Like I said, the majority of us picked the Bills anyway, so we'll see what happens with this one. And good luck,
I the Bills.
Oh, that's good. Forgive me, folks. I'm backing out of several of these, so it takes just not as long to get to the next games. So we're going to take a look at our first afternoon game. Want to thank everyone who's watching us. We have quite a few people watching us. Folks, let us know who you are and where you hail from. If you don't mind, please put a comment in the chat room. We'd love to hear and know where you guys sharing the misery on a Saturday morning. Man, I am going to be finished in 12 hours. Oh, my God. I'm going to be working. And I actually drove by Carson last night on my way home, and I was up on the 110 going towards the 105, and I'm going to use the term now. I caught the aroma. Oh, my God. It was putrid, fetid. Oh,
what?
And I was driving by, and the wind was at my back. Big Dog?
What disaster relief are you being called to watch upon?
I don't know the full story, but in the Carson Torrance area, there is a foul.
Yeah, I know
odor.
about that.
People cannot breathe. Due to the air quality.
Yeah.
People are choking, and it's a localized disaster. People are unable to stay in their homes, and the air quality is pretty bad. So the air has gotten into the homes, and well, they don't know where it originated yet, but it's been declared a local disaster. So people need air purifiers. And I don't know what else they need, but citizens are filing claims, stuff like that. I don't pretend to know. They need people to process the claims. I'm going to be there. So we'll see. All right. First 1:05 p.m. game. It's going to be the Patriots visiting the Chargers. Patriots are 3-4. Chargers are 4-2. It's going to be at 1:05 p.m. And it's on CBS. The game is at SoFi Stadium. Patriots are 14th in total offense. Chargers are 23rd. On defense, Patriots are 16th. The Chargers are 9th. In passing, the Patriots are 10th. The Chargers are 13th. And in total rushing, Patriots are 24th and the Chargers are 27th. Patriots beat the Chargers last time on December 5th, 2020. So, wow. That's within the 2-year window of Brady being on the team. He was gone at this point. And the Patriots still lit up the Chargers 45-0 on December 5th, 2020. What is the line on this one, Big Dog?
Chargers by 4.5.
All right, Big Dog, what's it going to be?
Damn. You know what? Skip me for now. I got to think about this.
Okay,
I got to look up a couple of things real quick.
understood. Speedy, what's it going to be? Because Gridiron Girl is going with the Chargers for this one.
I'm also going to go with the Chargers. So it's Tony. So that's three of us.
Birds of a feather. Tony is calling it 24-20. And yeah, the numbers, I believe, this is one where I believe the Patriots have better numbers. Let's take a look. 14, 16, 10, and 24 is a total of 64. Chargers are 23, 9, 13, and 27. 72.
Wow.
I would lean to the Patriots, but I just don't believe they have it. So going with the numbers, it helps me to get an idea of what's going on. So then whenever I see a difference like that, okay, all right, well, what is the offense and defense? And then I look at injuries and I do a lot of those other items. But I'm not going to go with the numbers on this one. I'm going to go against them. I will go with the Chargers to win. They are at home. I just like better chance. Aisha says, look out for dip here. It's the Patriots for me.
Yeah, so she did the split. Right when you said that, she did the split.
The number, and I may change my pick in a few minutes. I don't know. But the numbers are clearly in the Patriots' favor. So we'll see. Aisha, way to go. All right. And we're going to wait a little bit on the Big Dog for that one.
Oh, no. I'm going to...
You are ready.
I'm gonna go with the upset, and I'm gonna take the Patriots. I just don't have confidence in the Chargers.
Yeah. All right, there it is, folks. There's that one. We're gonna go to the next week 8 game, and we just got a like. Thank you, folks, from Double D. Double D is in the house. So thank you, Double D. Maybe you'll start getting your picks in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll see. Next game we're going to do is Jaguars 1-5 versus the Seahawks 2-5. What an exciting game that's going to be at 1:05 p.m. on CBS. The Seahawks are at home at Lumen Field, which is a beautiful stadium, by the way. I'm not sure if I told everyone, but T-Mobile Park is on the south end. Cross the street, and you have Lumen Field. Let me tell you, Seattle's done a great job having those two right there, and it's really cool. And they're like one block from the ocean, which is really kind of neat. It's really nice. I didn't know it was that close, and it's nice area right there. Anyway, Jaguars are 25th in total offense. Seahawks are 22nd in total defense. The Jaguars are 17th. Seahawks are 31st in passing. The Jaguars are 27th, Seahawks are 25th, and rushing, the Jaguars are 17th, and Seahawks are 14th. So let's look at the numbers real quick on those. 25, 17 twice, and 27. Total of 86 points for the Jaguars. Seahawks are 22, 31, 25, and 14. 92 points.
Yeah, and this is why I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
Okay, when it's higher, it's usually not good. But anyway, last time these two teams played was a while ago. December 9th, 2017. Jaguars did beat the Seahawks 30-24. Big Dog, what is the line for this game today at 1:05 p.m.? Tomorrow.
Mariners by 3.5.
The Mariners by 3.5. See, and yeah, but these are the Jaguars. I am no fan of the Jaguars. So Aisha is going with the Sea Hags. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Aisha, oh, yeah, she is. Jags just won't hold them. I would agree on that one, Aisha.
Yep.
So, Speedy, what's it going to be?
Did you not hear what I said a minute ago?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm going with the Seahawks.
All right, Big Dog, calm the fuck down. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean Speedy.
Jeez.
I didn't know. I don't know how me and Big Dog sound alike, but
Oh, no, that was deliberate. He knows. That's why he's giving me the middle finger on that one. That was done on purpose. Good morning, Big Dog. What's it going to be?
I don't want to answer now.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So
It'll be the Seahawks. They're going to try and give the game away to the Jaguars, and the Jaguars are going to give it right back to them.
That was funny. All right. Yeah, I think so. There's really no excitement in this game whatsoever. Gridiron Girl is going with the Jaguars, though. So, Tony, did we get one from him? Not just yet. Oh, wait. Okay, we already got that one. So I just need Tony's pick. And Double D, if you're playing along with us, please let us know what it's going to be. So keep an eye out on that for me, please, Big Dog and Speedy, for Tony's pick. So I know he's giving us some extra analysis right now, so thank you. He's giving us some analysis right here. All right, next game, folks. Oh, wow, what another exciting one at 1:25 p.m. Washington 2-5 versus the Broncos 3-4, who are at home. Sorry, Gridiron Girl, but this is your team now. It's at 1:25 p.m. Pacific time on Fox. It's at Empower Field at Mile High. Used to be known as Invesco Field, but now it's Empower. Total offense. The W's are 17, Broncos 19. Total defense. W's 30th, Broncos 10. Total passing. W's 18th, Broncos 14th. And in rushing, W's are 9th, Broncos are 16th. Looking at the numbers, 17, 30,
Broncos.
9, 71 for Washington. And then it's actually closer. It is 59.
Yeah, it wasn't closer. I could tell.
Yeah, that's why when you look at the numbers, folks, it's kind of neat and it gives you an idea. And then when you look back, you say, why didn't I see the numbers? And that's what I always go for. So I was deliberate on that one. Big Dog beat me to the punch on that. He got it right. Wasn't even close. When you see some of the numbers, they look like they're there, but it's not even. So last time these two teams played, it was Broncos visiting Washington and clubbing them 29-17. What is the line, Big Dog?
The Geldings by 3.
And Gridiron Girl does say it's going to be the Broncos. And I am going to go with the Broncos on that one. Big Dog, what are you going to go for on this one?
I'm going to take the Geldings. I don't think the Potato Spuds have it this week.
I messed up on my... Whoa, what's going on here? Did you guys see that? I was right here.
Yeah, you were here.
Whatever. Okay, look, let me back up. Okay, we're going to do that. I apologize. Aisha says she's going to go with... Damn it. All right, I messed up. Aisha. Speedy, what's it going to be?
Well, I won't be going with the Broncos, that's for sure.
Oh, so you're going to go with Washington?
Yeah.
You didn't put mine in.
I don't think I announced yours. So.
Yes, you did. You asked me, and I said the Geldings over the Potato Spuds.
But once I put it in, then I say, okay, you're going for so-and-so. I didn't do that. So thank you for picking up on that. Gridiron Girl says, thanks, guys. Why? Because they're called the Geldings?
No, because we're going for her team, even though she wronged us a couple of weeks ago when we all switched our picks at the last minute. For the Broncos, and we all got screwed on that one.
Smooth move on that one. God, was it? Yeah, that was smooth. All right, we may have lost Tony because I did notice that some of our numbers went down right now as we were picking. Hopefully, we'll get Tony back right now, but we'll see. All right, the next game that we're going to go to is a bit more exciting. It's the last 1:25 p.m. game. This, in my humble opinion, is going to be the afternoon game to watch. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 6-1 versus the New Orleans Saints are 4-2. I mentioned at 1:25 p.m. on Fox. It's at the Caesars Superdome. Buccaneers are second in total offense. The Saints are 31st. Total defense, the Buccaneers are 12th. So they're in the upper tier. The Saints are almost the tier at third. In total passing, Buccaneers are first. The Saints are 31st. And in rushing, the Buccaneers are 21st and the Saints are 18th. Last time these two teams played was earlier in the year, last season, earlier in the year. Buccaneers 30, the Saints 20 on January 16, 2021. Big Dog, what is the line on this one?
Tampa Bay by 4.5.
Thank you, Gritter and Girls. She was bringing up what I talked about last week about going with your gut.
Yeah, scorekeeper's going to call this one. Buccaneers in a romp. Gridiron Girl says it's going to be, and I agree. I've done that where I've changed it, and it was bad. She's going with the Pirates. The Holy Ones might play, but who knows? That's funny. Speedy, what's it going to be? Looking at the numbers, 2, 1, 12, and 21. Buccaneers have 36 points. The Saints, on their first two numbers, equal that. 31, 3, 31, 18. 83. This is one of the larger differentials that we've had in a little while.
And I realize that, but I'm going to go with the Saints.
You're going to go with the Saints.
I realize what the numbers are, but...
Yeah, remember, the numbers just give you an idea, obviously.
Exactly, yeah.
So go ahead, because I've gone against the numbers even today. So, Big Dog.
I'll go with the ageless wonder.
So Big Dog is going with the Buccaneers. So excellent. We just got another like. Sergio, my cousin, dude, nice videos and pictures of you going out and being the Terminator. So Sergio is going for the Saints on this one. So Sergio, we've already gone over quite a few. If you want to go back and give us the picks, I'm going to copy these picks. Forgive me a moment. And I'm going to get them over to Sergio, and maybe if you can fill them in. All right. Well, anyway, I'll do that in a moment. We're now going to the afternoon game. Yeah, Sergio, just go ahead.
Evening game.
Get us the picks.
So, yeah, didn't you just do the afternoon game? Aren't we going to
this is the evening game.
This is the Sunday night game. All right. Thank you, Sergio. Appreciate it. I'll see if I can send them over to you in just a moment. Let me go to the page. It is the Sunday night game in America. It is at 5:25 p.m. It is going to be the Cowboys, two marquee teams, at least name only. 5-1 versus the Minnesota Vikings at 3-3. They've disappointed many a fan this year. The Vikings have, and the Cowboys, by going 5-1, have disappointed many people in America. That's neither here nor there, because they're winning. It's at 5:20 p.m. Pacific time on NBC. It's at US Bank Stadium. And let me take a look. Cowboys, total offense. It is
33.
Vikings.
That's the lowest of everybody.
For what?
Mm-hmm.
That adding the numbers up is 33. 11, 11, 11.
Oh, yeah. Well, wait a minute. The Buccaneers were 31, weren't they? But anyway, but you see, folks, it's giving you a little bit of an idea there. So it's all right. So Cowboys 6th, 11th in defense, 11th in passing, and 5th in rushing. That's still pretty good. 31. Wow. Anytime you can keep them under 40, in my mind, that is a good team. Let's take a look at the Vikings. They're 13th on defense. I'm sorry, 13th on offense, 6th on defense, 12th on passing, 13th. So they had 31, the Cowboys. The Vikings are 13, 6, 12, and 13. 44. So, wow, last time they played, Cowboys edged the Vikings 31-20 on November 1st, 2020. What is the line on this one, Big Dog?
The line is Cowboys by, Minnesota by 3. That's surprising. I got to go get Kathy, so I'm going to get off the phone real quick. But so put me down for the Vikings. And on the Monday night game, put me down for the Chiefs. But I might be back in time for that one when I get back on the phone. I'll be right back.
Okay, okay, you're going for the Vikings and the Chiefs, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. And he's going for the Chiefs as well. Okay. So, Speedy, what's it going to be? Because Sergio is going with the Cowboys for this one. And Sergio, I just sent him to you via Facebook. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys as well to win. I guess it would be an upset. Well, not necessarily because they're doing much better, but it would be an upset because they're visiting. So, what have you got, Speedy?
First of all, I like Aisha's comment where she said that Dallas is going to show Viking the door.
Yep.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be the other way around. That the Vikings are going to show Dallas the door and take the win.
All right.
Again, my gut feeling.
Yeah. Gridiron Girl's going with the Cowboys on this one. So, all right. Also, Sergio, if you want to hold off on giving us the picks, what we're doing is we're keeping one thread. We keep a Thursday night thread, and then we have a Sunday night thread. We actually have the Sunday thread going right now. So if you want to post your picks, you can do so right there, or you can respond to me. But just want to, I'm trying to control those. And speaking of trying to control, I will never ever do this to him. But there he is right now. He is the man. He is the myth. He is the Nolan's saint himself. Good morning, Dream. How are you?
Good morning, guys. What's going on?
What's up, Dream?
Never, man.
So,
How are you?
I'm mad. I missed that Thursday game. Big Dog's the only one that went with the Packers, and I should have backed his play.
I did not make a pick, so it was my fault. And he was trying to get me to slide in by giving a pick, but I was like, I don't recall making a pick. But I was distracted. I had a lot of things going on, but good for him. He went for the Packers. I kind of felt the Packers were going to win, but it doesn't matter. I didn't pick. I can't go back and say, oh, I was going that way.
Yeah.
It's what you do in picking right here. And we are talking your favorite team. Cowboys, 5-1, visiting the Vikings, 3-3. Easy pick. What's it going to be?
I hate you. I need to better my percentage. I hate to pick the Cowgirls, but I'm going to have to pick the Cowgirls. Big Dog won't let me live it down.
And good morning to you, Dream. Gridiron Girl says good morning. And, of course, Aisha says, look, the stiff upper lip of the Brit wants to know, why you so late? And I hope I didn't have a racist intonation on that one. Someone's going to say I did when I said, why you so late?
Oh. Well, I will say that I have been working nonstop around the clock, trying to get ready for a big event in my house.
You and I both,
trying
brother.
to get this restaurant going. And it's been tough, man. So I apologize for being late, but I do what I can when I can to get here as early as I can for as long as I can.
And a Dream, if anyone knows, it's you were there from the beginning. Big Dog was not there from the beginning. I had to beg that bastard to get in. But he did. He started up in November. Dream was there in July when I told him what I wanted to do, and he was there on September 28th, our first episode. And Dream has been there regularly throughout the years. So it was cool. And Speedy joined our network when he had been off air, Blog Talk Radio, for a little bit. He said, hey, Speedy, what the hell's going on? He says, it costs too much money. Dude, come on over. And Speedy's been with us ever since.
Yeah.
I believe my cousin responded. Oh! Ho! My cousin did respond, so I'm going to have to put those pics up in a moment. But here they are. I'm going to put them on blast, and you guys are going to help me out. But there it is. So thank you, Sergio. That was quick. So Dream, I'm going to do
I was going to ask if you could run through them real quick for me.
Okay. Well, actually, we're going to go to the Monday night game right now because everyone is with us live. And let me see. I got distracted. I apologize, folks. I am. I do admit. I apologize. I am spent. We've had a lot of stuff going on at work, and we have and look, I'm working overtime again this weekend, and I'm already tired. And you just have all your life issues. So yes, wah wah wah. I do want to thank everyone who's been asking me how I've been feeling lately, and I
I
feel
tried.
I have to comment only because I've been told I make this all about me. So it is about me, and I'm going to say I want to thank everyone who's been asking me. I believe I may have gotten over the hump, and I'm not as uncomfortable as I've been over the last 4 weeks. I actually feel kind of okay right now. Do I feel it? Am I uncomfortable? Yes, but folks, thank goodness I have what I have right now. If I could measure it as a percentage, I've been hovering at 20 to 30% level of pain. I'm somewhere in 5 or less. I can feel it. I
Yay.
know it's there. Yes, Dream, thank you. If I've come across as whining, that's how uncomfortable I've been. But I want to say that I have good news. I may have gotten over the hump on it. I do feel it, but it's not as bad. So we're going to go to the next game right now. Thank you, Big Dog, for returning and being with us right now. We're going to take this last game, the Monday night game. But no, seriously, folks, I thank everyone who's been watching. Ross, good morning, Ross. Thank you for joining us. Let's see if you can get a football pick for Monday night, Ross. The last game that we're going to, like it matters. The
Yeah, I
Giants
did it again.
5, yeah, versus the Chiefs 3 and 4. Does it matter? It's at 5:15 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN. Excuse me, folks. Apologize. It's at Geha Field at Arrowhead Stadium. I don't know what the hell that means, but it's okay. Total offense: the Giants are 16th. The Chiefs are third. I don't understand how they're third with a 3 and 4 record. I don't get that, but it means they must have a sucker defense. And lo and behold, look at that! The Chiefs are 29th, but the Giants are 22nd. And in passing, the Giants are 9th, the Chiefs are 5th, and in rushing, the Chiefs are 10th, and the Giants are 25th. So looking at the points on that one, 16, 22, 9, and 25, 72 points for the Giants, and they're 2 and 5. And looking at the Chiefs, 3, 29, 5, and 10, they're 47, and they are 3 and 4. Isn't it great? Last time these two teams played, the Giants did upset the Chiefs 12-9 on November 18, 2017. I don't believe the Big Dog does have the line. He may have it. Do you
Line
have
is
the line?
9.5. Chiefs.
Oh, Big Dog's there. Hi, Big Dog.
What's up, Dream?
I couldn't see you under Aisha. Wait, that came out wrong.
Never mind. I won't. I'll be nice.
There it is.
As a matter of fact,
set me up for
Aisha's
that
been
one.
getting a lot of love on this one. So that was a beautiful setup. But it was funny how Aisha did say, I'm following the Big Dog. And she's going to go with the Big Dog on this one where the Chiefs are going to do it for her. So, KC. Big says it's KC. Okay, fair enough. Scorekeeper says it's KC. But I've been so disappointed by them. And let's see, they score, but everyone scores on them too. Thank you, Ross, for your first pick in our Saturday morning stuff. Thank you, Ross. Thank you for joining us, folks. Ross is a very talented individual. He's a Psy. He's an industrial light and magic expert. He's an artist. He does a lot of stuff for internet programs. It's really cool. We've had him on our program before. We should have him back. And Ross, you can join us at any time, but thank you. You can be on with us on Saturday morning. And, dude, we do the football picks at 7 a.m. Pacific time, almost on, unless we have Potemkin pictures with us. Then we go a little earlier. Sergio is going with the Dwarfs over too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
Oh, my God.
All right. So Sergio is, as I read it correctly, he is going to go with the Giants. All right. And Aisha says, my time with you happy people has come to an end, so stay safe and keep safe. Good luck. I will see you all next week.
Oh, I'm going to miss your
Aisha.
banter, Aisha. Sorry I missed it this week.
Oh, you did miss a few shots, but
Bye,
with
Aisha.
the Big Dog.
Enjoy your tight kitty.
And if you don't know, you had to be there.
Yeah, you had to be there.
Exactly.
So tune in for the whole episode.
Oh wow, Ross! I had no idea. So you're going to the Utah State, Hawaii? Tell me, what are you expecting? Who's going to win on that one? Thank you, Ross. You're a bit of a sports fan as well. Didn't know that. Usually, Star Trek fans have no affiliation with sports. I not only am I an odd one by being a Star Trek aficionado, but I'm also into sports. But hey, there's my
It's the
Enterprise
Lord of the
check.
Rings that saved you.
Oh, Dream, where have you been all morning? I've missed you. Okay, Dream, I'm going to share something with you which you're not expecting, but I'm going to say I was on a date yesterday. I thought of Dream. I thought of Dream.
That's scary.
Yeah, you know.
You
It's
thought
true.
of me on
you're
your
not
date?
supposed to be thinking of another man when you go on a date with a girl, sir.
Wow, what a shock. There's, Dream, when we were out at the restaurant, I commented about it. I said, man, you are probably doing a better job than I am. And I didn't even give the restaurant play yesterday because I was really unhappy. So you came
Wow.
up in conversation.
That's funny.
So, yeah, hell, it is. Ross says Aggies are all over the place this year, but I think they're finally figuring out how to play a whole game. I think they'll win, but not by much, and it won't be pretty. Like that, Ross. Nice analysis. Thank you. All right.
Thank you for your analysis.
Thank you. Yes, I believe we have all the picks in. We're gonna go through them real quick, guys. Help me out because Sergio did give me the picks as well. Yeah.
I will not be going with the Chiefs. I need to say that now. I will not be going with the Chiefs. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Speedy. I did not ask you for that. You're right.
Even though
So
you're wearing a
Dream.
red tank top?
That's a 49er tank top.
No, it's
Is it?
no, it's nothing. It's plain. There's no logo on here. Nothing.
He's an
Yeah,
Oakland
the-
Raider.
It's just a red.
So it's a Washington jersey.
That's pretty good.
Okay, you got me there. But I think Washington has a little bit of white in their uniforms now.
Oh, I
So
thought that was the sleeves you had on. That's just you.
yeah, so there's no white in here either. So it's just plain red, and there's no logos on here. Okay?
And folks, we all get along.
Yes, we do.
Wow. All right, Speedy, I got that one. All right, folks, we're gonna go over the
You know
picks
what?
right now.
I will take the Chiefs on that.
Okay, Dream. Yeah, I was wondering what you were going to be. Okay, so there we go. So, folks, let's go over them real quick one last time because it's not fair to everyone else. So, Bengals and Jets, what's it going to be? Everyone went with the Bengals.
Same.
Bengals are 5-2. Jets are
Bengals.
1-5. Okay, Dream.
I'll try
And
to
then
quick fire this for you.
Sergio went with the Bengals, so that's good. Okay, next one, Titans 5-2, Colts 3-4. We were split down the
Titans.
middle. You're going to go with the Titans.
Yep.
Okay, Dream. Wow, you already have that one. Sergio, what did you go with? Oh, you also went with the Titans. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, buddy.
We're we're doing both of you live. Okay, next one. Rams 6-1 versus the Texans 1-6. No one went with the Texans. Everyone went with the Rams. And Dream, thank you. Sergio went with the Rams. Okay, so continuing both of you at the same time. Steelers and Browns 3-3, 4-3. Everyone went with the Browns except for Gig, who went with the Steelers. Sergio is going with the Steelers. What's it going to be?
I'm gonna go with Gig on this one. I think the Steelers got it.
Okay. Next one, Eagles 2-5, Lions 0-7. This one's sad. Let me see. Oh, okay. Sergio went with the Eagles on this one, along with Aisha, scorekeeper, and Tony. The line is 3.5. Big Dog, Speedy, and Gridiron Girl went with the Lions for their first one of the season.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'll go with the less shitty team and go with the Eagles.
The less shite. Yep. Okay. Next one, 49. Okay. 49ers 2-4 versus Bears 3-4. Tony and Gig are going for
Niners.
the upset with the 49ers. Yes. So Dream is doing that one. Sergio went also the upset. All right. Guys must be on the same mindset. Okay. Panthers 3-4. Falcons 3-3. Aisha's the only one that went with the Panthers, and the big dog gave us +3 on the Falcons. So Sergio is going with the Falcons. What's it going to be with you?
I'm going with the Dirty Birds, man.
All right, next game: Dolphins 1-6, Bills 4-2. It's
Bills.
+14 for the Bills. Yeah, everyone went with the Bills on that one. So Dream and Sergio as well. Okay, thank you. I'm Sergio. I'm sorry. I don't know why I want to do the surge in the spelling. Patriots 3-4 versus Chargers 4-2. Aisha and Big Dog are going for the upset because the line is 3.5 for the Chargers at home. Gig, Speedy, Tony, and Scorekeeper went with the Chargers. What's it going to be? Sergio's going with Chargers.
Man, Sergey.
Oh my God, my spelling. Eek. Sergio and Dream. All right, we have Jaguars and Seahawks. Do I have to ask?
Jaguars.
Yep. Okay, it's 3.5 for the Seahawks. Sergio is taking the line on that one. He's going with the Seahags. All right, Washington. Speedy went for Washington, 2-5. Everyone else took the +3. Gig, Scorekeeper, Asian, Big Dog took the Broncos. And let me see. Washington, Sergio took the W's.
Fuck. Go with the Broncos.
Okay. Buccaneers, Saints, 6-1, 4-2. Saints are at home. The line is only Buccaneers 4.5. Oh, Ross says go Fins. I've been a Dolphins fans ever since. Okay. You're going, Ross, are you going with the Dolphins? Are you? Okay, yes. I'm used to disappointment. Ross, if you want to give us the rest of your picks, please do so. Let us know. And you can play along with us, man. That's all it is. It's just whoever gets the best percentage, I guess, by the end of the year. You have to have a limited number. You have to qualify. You have to at least choose half the games. So those that only have 3 or 4 picks, we're not going to consider them, even though they may be perfect. So, okay. Tony's
back.
Tony's at work. I'm sorry, Tony. I appreciate the commitment. So there it is. Tony says the Sea Hags. And they're going to be, Sea Hags. Awesome. So Dream takes the Jaguars, and Sergio was the Seahawks. And Denver. Oh, okay. He's going to take Denver and the Bucks. Okay. Buccaneers.
I guess I'm going with the Bucks on this one.
Okay. And then we have. We already got the ones for Sergio. Okay, great. Let me see. So, yeah, I hear you. Don't expect them to win, but I'll cheer for them. Yep, we do. Speedy and I go for the Raiders all the time. Not all. Well, he always goes for the Raiders. I will.
Yeah, always.
All right, so we have Cowboys and Vikings. What's it going to be? I think we already got yours, Dream.
Yep.
I need Tony's. Oh, Tony, you said you were going to go for who? The Broncos? Did he say?
Yeah.
Oh, he did say Denver. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I need your help, guys. I do get distracted, and I apologize. So Tony got that one. All right. What's it going to be? Cowboys and Vikings?
Tony says he picked the Vikings.
Thank you. And then we have the Monday night game, Giants and Chiefs. That's where we are. So, Tony, thank you. We can get the last one in. It's going to be, and then I think we have everyone covered at this point. I think we have a few other likes. We did get Sergio. Thank you. We're up to 9, folks. Thank you. So we're waiting on Tony for the last one. Vikings. Okay, got that one. All right. That's pretty much going to do our picks. Just waiting for the last one from Tony. And I think we're good. And I'm going to post this one on Facebook. If you want to make any changes, go ahead and do so. Big Dog has been doing yeoman work on keeping track of all the stuff, even though there have been some questionable complaints. I think it's kind of funny how people are
Hey, I
Big Dog
need a
is giving them
recount.
more credit. Well, I did sarcastically say something in jest, and I got beat up by it. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I thought it was funny because we're doing numbers, and I offhandedly said the numbers have not been audited by Jedi.tax. I thought that was funny. Someone chewed my head off, but that's okay. I still love the Big Dog on occasion, so it's good. And I'm waiting
Honestly,
for him to respond right now, but he is muted at the moment. So that's
You're
He
okay.
you're
loves them
lu- you're
for.
lucky I didn't put what I was gonna put on Facebook when you
Oh
said
yeah.
the numbers
Like
had
I've
not been
ever
audited.
stopped
When you
you.
put that the numbers had not been audited by Jedi dot tax yet, I was like, oh, then it must be correct then.
Oh shit.
Hey, nice
But
try, Big Dog. Your numbers speak for themselves, so it's okay. I was just sarcastically because of what had happened, because I'm not doing the numbers. That's why I posted what I said. So it was, it's okay.
It was funny and taken in the intent it was intended.
I
yeah,
thought so,
of course.
but it's okay. So we have them all. Tony, he's working. So hopefully we'll get the last one. So
Yeah,
folks, okay, we've got him.
it
What?
sounds like Tony works in an office, so maybe, or maybe he's doing the remote thing like everybody else was for the last year and a half. But maybe people walk by your desk and they go, "What are you listening to?" I would
Oh,
say, turn the volume up and tell them you're listening to Sports Talk with the Guys, home of the Monday
Home
Corner
of the Monday
quarterback
morning
on
quarterbacks
Saturday.
on Saturday.
yeah. Excuse me. Yes, Giants and Chiefs. That's the last one. That's the only one, Tony. Giants and Chiefs. So as soon as we get that one, my brother, we are good. Otherwise, we have everyone else. So we're going to be able to get to some of the news items right now. And while I continue to finish this off, Dream, is there anything that you wanted to get to right away?
No.
Okay, you're taking too long. I have something now.
Look at that. Oh, right, Tony. All right. So he's going to go with the Chiefs. Oh, my personal movie. That's pretty good. Okay, thanks, Tony. These are going to be posted, folks. So if you want to add them, change them, you know what to do. As I was saying earlier, the Big Dog has been doing yeoman work on keeping track of all of this stuff. It is much appreciated. I have not had anywhere near a chance to get to it, and it's been pretty cool. And everyone is looking at their own numbers, so they're helping each other out. That's why it's working out. That's why I was stupid about it and say, no, folks, we cannot have numerous threads on it. Let's stick to one for that topic, and that has been working. So I'm going to
Yep.
post it on Sports Talk with the Guys right now. I'm going to update the Sunday thread, and we're good. Speedy, do you have anything you want to get to? Because I know
Yes.
the Big Dog is here. I do want to comment that I was belly aching about the Laker colors, and lo and behold, I think the Lakers heard me, and I'm very happy because
I'm,
the Lakers had their beautiful purple and gold colors, which I hadn't seen in forever. And I'm sure the Big Dog will bitch slap me and say, "Dude, they have them every other game. You're not paying attention." So,
Yeah.
but before we get to that, Speedy, what's it going to be, young man?
Well, the first of many news topics that I have today, as I mentioned earlier, because of Comcast going out here at the apartment complex, I also miss NASCAR. So if somebody could help me out and tell me
they
what
turned
happened.
left. You didn't miss much.
Okay, then Dream, who won?
The dude in the car.
That's the best you got?
The one who didn't crash into the
Oh,
wall.
wow. Morning. Jeez. Okay, folks, here
All
we go.
right, I'm gonna be honest with you. For NASCAR, I can't get into it. It's just not my thing. I
On
get very
NASCAR,
bored very quickly.
on NASCAR, Tony Stewart came in first, Jeff Gordon came in second, and Rusty Wallace came in third.
Okay, you realize the Big Dog is just sharing his love with you there, Speedy.
Yes, I know. He's being sarcastic at the same time.
As I did report last week, we are near the end of the NASCAR. There are still 2 big races left, and I have them right now. Folks, we have a big doubleheader at Martinsville coming up this weekend. And then we have 2 races for the playoff, and then you have the final one. So we were doing the 8, and we're now going to be moving up to the 4. So they're near the very end. You have Martinsville tomorrow, Phoenix Raceway on the 7th, And that's pretty much it. Those are the 2 races. So we are in the Final 4 right now. And looking at the playoff standings very quickly for NASCAR, and I'm going to go to a full screen on that one so you can follow along just very quickly. Let me do it right now. There it is. The playoffs. They are in the Final 4 right now, folks. So the playoffs grid challenge. The guys up on top, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, and he who shall not be named. The points are 4181, 4107, 4105, and 4074, respectively. The guys that
All
were
right.
just
Say something
eliminated.
real-
I'm sorry.
I want to say something real quick. What I
Go.
think would be really interesting is if they got like all these like self-driving cars, like the Teslas and the new electric vehicles and stuff like that, plugged them in without drivers, and just send them on a race like this. That would be interesting to see how they responded and make it move. Because like once computers get going, they develop the algorithm and everything else. They could be traveling at like fucking 500 miles an hour, smooth.
All right. Like that
No,
comment, Dream. No, it's
no.
good. I think it should be. Now, look, folks, I thought this was going to be the big dog answer, the one that Gig said. They all went left like 500 times around the track.
I love
I
it.
swear.
Thank
I thought that's what the big dog was going to be. But at least the big dog, when he slammed NASCAR, he did refer to the 3 of recent all-time greats. So let's see. Do
They
NASCAR
set a
drivers even know how to
parabolic
turn
course
right?
around the track.
Oh, actually, Ross, they do. And being a casual NASCAR fan and Formula One fan, Formula One does actually have quite a bit more than NASCAR when it comes to right turns and stuff. But folks, I talk about it forever. If you guys want to see a road course, it's Sonoma, baby. Sonoma is one of the best road courses. Formula One as well as NASCAR because it's got ups and downs, ins and outs, lefts and rights. That one is really cool. So
Scorekeeper.
go ahead, big dog.
So for Sonoma, most likely they have a special card just for Sonoma, correct? Because I know with the regular NASCAR races, since they only go left, the cars are made so that they tilt down towards the left. So with Sonoma, do they have it does it have its own car
Oh,
essentially?
big dog. I believe they do. We talked about that with Saul Water, with Saul Walters. I have to ask him. I'm in contact. I've actually been seeing him on Fridays on a regular basis. I didn't see
Well,
him.
you better call Saul.
Better call Saul. Yes, Saul Walters. You guys remember him? He was here. He was also a gardener for a short while.
And one more thing about racing, I don't know if anybody's aware, on the independent circuit, in those little tiny race cars, they look like RC cars from when I played with when I was a kid.
Oh, that's the truck series on. Is that
No,
Friday night or
they're
Saturday night?
no, it's the little tiny cars where it's just it looks it goes like this and the back hangs out like this. They're like little stock cars. But anyways, the point is that one of the drivers on the independent circuit, he was racing around and he had a big fireball crash, and it looked very scary because everybody thought that he had actually died this week, but he was able to get out. His helmet and his clothes that they wear in racing nowadays saved his life. I saw the video on Thursday. It's like, oh my god, terrible. He big huge fireball crash. If you look it up, the video's not that long, but it was enough to scare the crap out of you.
If you have the video, whoa, we just got threatened. Please stop talking about cars. I'm cringing. I don't. Oh, Gridiron Girl, I am sorry. How are you feeling, Gridiron Girl? All kidding aside, I guess we have to stop talking about cars. But as those of you that know in our universe, Gridiron Girl was hit by another person. I hope you're doing better. I know you were not doing well for a few days. But thank you for being on with us this morning. I am sorry that we've been spending a lot of time on cars. It's a little more than a flashback. It was real for you. So I'm sorry. Hopefully you are doing better. Maybe you can give us an update right there in the chat room. Folks, we
Yeah,
have quite a bit.
I didn't know about that. So
Yeah, it's
I
all
guess
good.
what, more people being stupid idiots this time of year, like always.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, very quickly, go ahead,
Anyways,
Dream.
I said, luckily she was wearing her seatbelt,
Yeah.
and she's still with us, and she's doing amazing. Thank you for joining us. I know it's a rough time, so we appreciate your commentary. Appreciate you joining us. Hopefully, you can laugh at Roger and with the rest of us.
Well, she's laughing at me right now, and she'll be laughing at me in person when she takes over our payroll and other functions starting in late December, early January. Gridiron Girl has accepted a position to help me out at Jedi.tax/NDB Media. She's like, whoa, wait! You just said Jedi.tax. I'm like, no.
Well,
They're better.
Jedi.tax is the parent company to NDB Media,
Oh,
so there
thank
you
you.
go.
Yes. Very good. So, yeah.
I was just going to mention that too, but Drew beat me to it. That's all right. But that's enough for cars, because the other thing I was going to tell you, the internet also blew up this week, and everyone is mad because, well, they found out that Roger Goodell is now making $128 million a year, and they want to know why. Well, he's Roger Goodell, and he's the commissioner.
I look at it like Congress and the Senate and everything else. It's like that's the only vote that they have every year that they agree on across the board is that we need to make more money. So their paycheck is going to keep going up every year as they vote for it.
Dream, I didn't know that, and as you look into his contract, I didn't realize there were accelerator clauses in there. It's just, yeah, that's the thing, dude. As I understood it, commissioners had set terms, but apparently Goodell got smarter and he negotiated for a better deal. Performance clauses, and all it matters is, are they making more money? And it looks like the NFL is clearly making more money.
Well, heck
As you
yeah.
know, yeah, as you know, folks, the viewership on the NFL is one of the few that regularly goes up 2 to 3 years out of every 4. We know it. It's called the presidential blip. Numbers tank during a presidential year. It just happens. It's a blip because it's not that much. Now, we did talk about the prior year back when it was a significant blip that actually went on for a year and a half. A lot of people were in denial. They had their pet theories. It was obvious what was going on. But once the NFL was able to stabilize and the American populace being as fickle as they are, things got back to normal. So, with these accelerator clauses, Goodell is making bank. Thank you, Ross. Thank you for being with us. I was shocked, Speedy. I mean,
Thanks,
you tell
Ross.
me, dude.
Peace out, homie.
$128 million. That is
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
nothing to laugh at.
But
That's
if
how
you
much
look
I'm
at,
going to take home on my crypto stocks.
that's pretty good. Did you guys
I
hear
would.
about the person that put down an $8,000 purchase on one of? I don't think it was Dogecoin,
It was
but
Shiba.
it was
Shiba
Shiba. That's
Inu.
right. An
Mm-hmm.
$8,000 investment. It is now over 5 billion.
4.5 billion.
Yep, I said 5 billion. It's
And I was
4.5.
trying to tell you about that earlier this week or actually a couple weeks ago, before it skyrocketed when there were 5 zeros. And I've been trying to talk to you ever since about it. And I think that Shiba still has a long way to go, my dude.
Now, this person who has not accessed their account in over 200 days, there are security
400.
protocols. 400 days now. So there's it like it like closes for security purposes. It's not gone, but it becomes what they say inactive. But here's the deal: there's a $50,000 limit on what they can take out every day. So if you do the math, the person needs 114,000 years. Is it, Dream?
Something like
no,
that.
or is it
100 114,000 days.
114,000 days to take out that money at $50,000 a day?
Yep. But see, that's what you do instead of withdrawing all that money. You roll it into something like you take 50,000 a day, right? And start rolling it into monthly dividend stocks that start paying you out monthly for your dividends. And then you sit nice and pretty for the rest of your life as you live off of dividends.
Yeah, folks, here's the thing. They're talking about 50,000 in withdrawals. What about purchases and other things and transfers? There's a lot of things that can be done. But again,
Yeah,
they're
because you
not
can.
very animated when it comes to this stuff, but that's
It
okay.
dep- it depends on where you're trading, on what site you're trading, because you can trade the coins for other coins. So if he wants to take, however many coins that he has and transfer them into Bitcoin and move that to Bitcoin, you can move it to different wallets and withdraw from different sites at the same time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's ways to do it. That's the whole point of cryptocurrency. Um, Oh, that's wonderful, Sergio. You keep it
Yeah.
going, man.
Yeah, you've got to talk to
Don't
Sergio as well.
you need to pick up some Shiba, my dude, because that's going to be astronomical.
Okay, folks, this is personal
Not financial
commentary.
advice.
Yeah, it's not financial advice. We do not have a client customer relationship. It's funny, folks. That is the only one that is in this litigious nature. We can do all the sports stuff, we can do all the politics stuff, we can do all self-help, but when it comes to money, it gets nasty.
Do your own
Oh,
research. Do your own due diligence. You do what's best for you with your capital.
yes, but there are options, and that is what Dream was sharing. Now, folks, I
Yes.
did post an article real quick. This one wasn't necessarily breaking news because it's not the Kobe Bryant result, but it's related to the situation. It was reported on USA Today on October 28th that Los Angeles County is settling. They're paying two of the families over the photos. Now, this is singularly bad timing for the situation that's going on with Vanessa Bryant and the County of Los Angeles. You know that she has claimed mental duress and injury. A lot of people are up in arms because the county is saying, well, you have to take a test. So why? Well, anyone who's been through any situation like that knows that they have to go through that.
Yep.
But it weakens the case for the county when you see that they're settling with two families for significant amounts of money. And they're going to pay two families $125 million each
Ooh.
after they accuse county first responders of improperly sharing photos of their dead relatives from a helicopter crash that year that killed Kobe Bryant, according to the proposed settlement terms. So,
And the daughter.
yes. Now, some people are saying that's nothing. It's only 1.25 million. Folks,
You know how
it's
much Shiba that could get you?
that was good. It's a settlement. It's done. It didn't take that long. You can throw as much as you want, but the point is, it is a singularly bad time for the county to be on the defensive, settling with other parties. We'll see. And that's about all I can actually comment due to my. Actually, I don't work for that department, so I'm okay. But I have no further comment on that right now. I'm doing it as a commentator that it's singularly bad time right now. But anyway, Big Dog, you may have something on that right now.
About what? I have no idea
I
what you're talking about.
was talking about the LA County settling with several families related to the helicopter crash last year to Kobe Bryant, in the death of Kobe Bryant and all the passengers.
Do they also settle with Vanessa, or is that a separate
No,
lawsuit?
no, it was two families settled at 125 million each. Those are the terms, and I did say that earlier. The terms, proposed settlement. It's not signed, but it's academic at this point.
So so two of the seven families settled. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, for
Or two?
1.25 million each.
Oh, 1.20. I'm sorry. I thought you said 125.
Shit, if
Okay.
it was 125, fans would be camping out there ready to sign as soon as they opened.
Yeah. So, it's going to be ongoing. This is going to go for a long time. So,
Yeah,
And I
especially
think
since
the
they.
difference is with the settlement, you know, the families can't go back and say, you know, this needs to be fixed and you owe us more money and this and that and the other. They're just collecting their paycheck and they're done with. They don't have to deal with them anymore. The county doesn't have to deal with them anymore. So the fact that Vanessa Bryan is coming out and, you know, claiming mental duress and adding, you know, other stuff, and rightfully so, um, you know, that's is what's extending it and what's keeping it from you know, a quick paycheck.
now, and thank you for that, Dream. And in another thing that happened this week as well, there was a ruling on Tuesday, not necessarily related to this case, but into the overall case, that Vanessa Bryant won a court order compelling the pretrial deposition of testimony of the LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva and the fire chief Daryl Osby. So they were not wanting to give deposition. Well, she won a ruling that they have to, because unfortunately they were intimately involved that day. They were in communication with her that day, and we'll see where it's going to go. Her legal team of Munger, Tolles, and Olson LLP wants to know more about what they did and knew about the photos, including destruction of evidence related to it. Earlier this month, Bryant testified in her own deposition and said she was seeking accountability for how these images of husband and daughter were shared, quote, as if they were animals on the street, unquote. Are you seeking money in this lawsuit? Yes or no? Asked Miller, the attorney defending the county. And Bryant responded, that would be up to the jury. I don't. I'm not asking for a dollar amount. So the article is posted. It's in our chat room if you want to follow up on it. Numerous agencies have commented on it. I just went with the USA Today story right now. Big Dog, anything else you wanted to add along those lines?
Not that, but I know we'll stay on the NBA because I know you wanted to talk about the 75th anniversary team and those who were added and not, or snubbed, so to speak.
Before you get to that, Big Dog,
Yeah,
the Lakers were wearing purple and gold the other day. They heard me.
yesterday, last night.
Sure, this week.
That's part of the rotation. I mean,
Yeah. You see, folks, that's exactly what I told you based on his answer. I said,
no,
wow, they were wearing purple and gold. And the Big Dog said, yeah, like they do on a regular basis. He just
no,
said right now, for
no.
rotation.
I heard you because you said I was gonna bitch slap you. I did not bitch slap you.
You
I am
just
just
did.
making a.
You set
No,
me
I did not.
straight.
I am.
You-
It's part of the rotation.
You know what, Big Dog? Send him a
Yes, sir.
virtual bitch slap right now. There you go. Now he's right, and you're happy.
Yeah, I
And the
guess
backhand.
we are. We missed.
Oh,
You know what?
Oh,
I think I missed the
damn.
backhand.
That was too far. That was too far.
Well, I didn't spank his ass like he likes, but you know,
No, he got that from his date the other night.
no, not according to him.
Oh, that's right. He just keeps score.
Yes, that's why I'm the scorekeeper. I just keep score.
But see, this was his third date, so you know, usually if the progression is correct, you know what comes on the third date. Dream.
Yeah. The same thing that comes on the first and second. Me.
Yeah, and it depends too because they're either a Twinkie or a strudel.
Oh my God, Dream, that was very well done. Folks, we're going to continue because we do pretend to have a G audience here. So, Big Dog,
No,
you
we
wanted
don't.
to
The heck are
continue.
you smoking?
Maybe PG-13, but never G.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and continue, Big Dog?
Well,
You mentioned
give it about
75.
20 years. The PG-13 that we're on right now will be about a G rating in about 20 years.
Oh my
Yeah, no
goodness.
kidding.
Yes.
yeah, really.
Okay, well, the 75th anniversary team was announced at the beginning of the season. The first 3 days, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they announced 25 players each day to compromise. Excuse me, to not compromise, to compose the entire team. There was actually a tie, so there are 76 players on the 75th anniversary team. The original 50 from the 50th anniversary team all made the 75th anniversary team. So they essentially only added 26 players. Those players they added.
Big Dog, before, could
Yes, sir.
you remember the caveat on that? That I don't know if we talked about it here. I know you and I did that. The NBA had it in its rules to the voters that you don't have to keep
Yeah,
the original
exactly.
50. So could you
Yes.
clarify that a little bit? I stumbled my way through it right now.
The original 50, the ones from the that were on the 50th anniversary team, all got added to the 75th anniversary team. So they were all voted. Every single one of them were voted back in.
So it was not a static vote. They might have been left off, but no one of the original 50 was left off.
No, no one was left off. Everybody that voted for the original 50 plus an extra 20. Turned out to be 26 instead of 25 because of a tie.
And they're not saying who, what, or
No,
why.
they're not going to give any, who just made it or who got the most vote. None of that's being done. The list was given and it's put in alphabetical order. So there were trying to find. I had the damn paper. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if I dropped it or something, but um, uh, there were a lot of players that were added. Ray Allen, Carmelo Anthony, Kobe Bryant, of course, made it. A lot of people were thinking maybe it was a little bit early for Giannis, Greek Freak, to be put on that list. But I'm pretty sure his winning the championship this year helped him. Um, I wasn't surprised. There were a couple of people. The two people that they were wondering about were Anthony Davis, made the team, and so did Damian Lillard. Those were the two people that everybody seemed to focus on that they felt that maybe they didn't deserve to be on the team yet. And
Really?
Giannis was the third one.
I would throw Damian on that. I would definitely throw Damian on that. Anthony Davis, I could see the argument against him.
Yeah. The big snubs that everybody's talking, the biggest snub that everybody's talking about is Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard did not make the list.
I'm okay with that. I am okay with
There was a
that.
big argument for him to make the list, and I could see it. I could see it going either way, but his credentials were pretty damn convincing to make the list.
Okay,
But
bullshit, Big Dog. Make a call. Should it be on there or not? What do you think? Was Dwight Howard worthy of it in just the bare sense of the word?
yes,
Okay. I'm not going to put you on the spot.
based on his numbers early on, I think maybe that the fact that he's let his career extend where his numbers aren't that great might have hurt him. But those early numbers when he was with the Orlando Magic, they are up there.
I'm not going to do this to Big Dog because I respect him too much, and it's not a cheap shot at him either. But what I want to say is this: a lot of people are belly aching and crying about, oh, who should have been or who should have been on, whatever. And someone got smart and said, okay, if so and so should be on, who should be off?
Yeah, Rachel
Oh,
Nichols.
let me tell you, what?
Rachel Nichols. That was always her phrase for years. That's always been her thing. Okay, if you're gonna put this person in, who are you taking off?
And the incredibly amusing thing is, the same belly achers, then they get stupid and they don't have an answer.
Exactly.
So
Well, let me go by the list of people that, and you guys can say yay or nay, that were left off. So Dwight was left off. Pau Gasol was left off. I was okay with that one. Tracy McGrady was left off. I thought maybe he should have made it, but that would have been a fringe, like the number 75 or 76 guy. They talked about Tony Parker, great utility guy, but I don't know if he had it. Chris Bosh, I said no. LaMarcus Aldridge, I pretty much said no. Chauncey Billups, great guy, but I don't know if you put him as one of the top 75 players ever. Vince Carter, I thought should have made it. Bob Lanier did not make it. Old guy from the 70s, early 80s. Adrian Dantley, that is a big one for me because he was a scoring champion for years and years. That was also, I think, a fringe player towards the bottom of the list. And the one I don't know why they had him on there, but they did. PG-13, they felt was a snub, and I don't feel that was a snub at all. Kawhi Leonard made the list. Dream, do you feel Kawhi should have been on this 75th anniversary list?
Dream did mute himself right
Oh,
now.
okay. Well, then the question goes to you two guys. Speedy and
No.
scorekeeper should Paul George have been on? Or who
Oh,
did I
I'm
say?
sorry. I thought you asked Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Should Kawhi Leonard have been on the 75th anniversary team? Because
Big
he is
dog.
on the team.
I'm not a believer of having anyone who is playing now on the greatest of all time because their career's not over. So I have to preface it by that. But I'm not that smart when it comes to basketball. I'm willing to give it to the writers on this one. If they're on there, they're on there, whether I agree or not. And I'm not being a pussy about the argument. It's just,
Yes, you are.
I mean, dude, what's the point? Seriously, what is the point of playing the game of what it could have should? I mean, look, other people love that. I don't have time for it.
It's to
Dream.
get your perspective on
I-
your feeling. I mean, if you don't want to share your feelings, that's one thing. But
You
But
need to
I
sign
don't
up with a
have.
therapist.
I don't have.
Well,
right.
well,
Yeah,
maybe-
share your
well,
feelings.
well,
I
well,
have
maybe-
a therapist, by the way.
well, maybe that's one of those three things that you're missing that you asked everybody on your work quiz.
Well, the thing that my supervisor, in jest, because I was readily put up for the list, but he was joking. He says, "Hey, you know, strong learner, great communicator, and but your empathy, it is just not there." And that was funny because I famously answer the phones where I'm not a friendly person when I answer the phone, but yet I answer professionally. But apparently, I have to answer where you could hear my smile over the phone.
Well, to echo,
You call a scorekeeper, it's like, yes.
It's very simple. It's good morning, equipment office. Good morning, body shop. Good morning, whatever I'm answering. It's almost robotic. I'm sorry, but you do not hear. I'm sorry. I was pretending looking at my phone and I got a message. Oh, from her.
I figured, yeah.
Which her number one, her number two, or her number three?
The one that I went out with last night. So
Yeah, when I saw his eyes light up,
yeah,
I
you
knew.
saw me smile, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, and this was like an hour ago.
I
So
tell you, you don't have a poker face.
it wasn't intended to be a poker face. Just like I'm like, oh, okay.
But I agree with scorekeeper's comment because I feel the same way because, well, I don't care for basketball anymore and I haven't for a few years. So,
Mm-hmm.
But okay, all right.
so the rest of it can fall to a Dream on how he feels.
Ouch. Go ahead, Dream.
Kawhi Leonard, I kind of agree with scorekeeper on the fact that if you're still playing, then I don't think you need to be fighting to be included on any list of greatest of all time because your career's not over. You know, there's still a long way for you to go, and there's still a lot of things you can do to screw everything up.
We've seen it happen, man.
Yes.
It's not that I
So-
don't think the player, and I'm generalizing. Sorry, big dog. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, of the 26 players that were added, 11 were, 11 are still playing, and those were Greek Freak, Carmelo, Steph, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Harden, LeBron, Kawhi, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, and Russell Westbrook. Those were the 11 players that are still active that made the all-time list. So
And
of
this
those
is-
11, so that means 15 players that made the list were already retired.
And folks, and this is why I don't have an issue on this list either, whether I agree with it or not. It's immaterial because those are the rules that the writers were given. You vote for any player that has played. They could have voted for someone that had a day in the league.
Yes.
Whatever the
They could have
rules that
voted for
were-
Jeremy Lin, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
they,
mean?
they could have.
Like if they would have tried to do something like that towards the end, like right at the end of Lin's Sanity, would he have made the list?
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like that's one of those things. Like you have to really think about who you're adding and why. And I'm glad that I'm not part of the people that have to make those decisions.
Oh my God,
Because
yes. I was
you're
about
gonna
to
have to
say
live
that,
with
Dream.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
And
guys know how tough it really is because I believe these people are trying to give genuine opinions, like we do here. We try to keep it real, and I think the people on this list were, or the creators of the list, were trying to keep it real. Big dog.
I was gonna say the people that voted were a panel of media members, current and former players, current and former coaches, current and former general managers, and team executives. So it was a mixture of all the way, of past and of current and former. But I have the list now of the guys that were added to this list. So the people that were added, the 26 were Ray Allen, Giannis, Carmelo, Kobe, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Tim Duncan, Kevin Durant, Kevin Garnett, James Harden, Allen Iverson, LeBron James, Jason Kidd, Kawhi Leonard, Damian Lillard, Bob McAdoo. I was so happy he made it. Reggie Miller, who was shocked. That was the best interview that they gave. They announced it to him live while he was doing his halftime show, and he was genuinely shocked. And did for once, Reggie didn't have anything to say. Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki, Chris Paul, Gary Payton, Paul Pierce, Dennis Rodman, and Dwayne Wade and Russell Westbrook. Oh, excuse me, and Dominique Wilkins. Those were the 26 that made it. And we have no idea who the tie was. And they will not talk about who the tie was.
All right. Did you want any other commentary, Big Dog? Any personal comments on that list?
Um, I was glad that the top 50 made it because I understood them wanting to redo it, but I felt that if you were already on the list, that you shouldn't be taken off of the list. And so I am glad that the people that were voting realized, these guys were on there for a reason, and a lot of the former players, probably remembered a lot of these guys because a lot of these reporters, may or may not, depending on their age, remember some of these older guys.
What are you
Okay.
eating, Dream?
It's
What are
not,
you
yeah,
eating?
it's not like Dream's eating Dorito chips early in the morning.
Yeah, Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm getting stuff ready for the restaurant, so I'm gonna have to bow out for a little bit.
Thank you, Dream.
Thanks, Dream.
All right. Well, he's just going to stay on pause for a moment. Go ahead and continue, Big Dog, please.
Uh, really nothing more to say. Just a lot of people were complaining about the players that didn't make the team. Like I said, a lot of people they had a lot of current players. Draymond Green, they felt should have been on that list. Um, the only couple that Klay Thompson, a lot of people were mad because Klay Thompson did make the list, but the only ones I really were wondering about was Adrian Dantley and who was the other one? Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. I thought one of those two would have made it for sure, but that's fine. I mean, those are probably the two best dunkers of all time as an all around just dunker. I mean, I would put McGrady over. I mean, people may kill me for this one, but that's fine. I would put Tracy. I mean, Tracy McGrady's dunking skills, or excuse me, Vince Carter's dunking skills as a whole, just dunking over Michael Jordan. I'd have no problem putting Vince Carter on that. So, but it is what it is.
All right. Thank you, Big Dog. Matt, Or Speedy, I apologize. Something you want to get to right now?
Yes, I have two more big major stories. I know, Scorekeeper, you just mentioned how well the NFL is doing in terms of the money they're making. But you forgot, and I think everybody else forgot too, about the Daniel Snyder problem.
Oh, you beat me to it, dude. Yes. Go for it. I'll post the article right now. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like a ripple effect is happening, and they're like, why do we have this guy here? What are we going to do about this?
Okay,
And
for those people who don't know, Speedy, what is the Daniel Snyder problem?
well, the Daniel Snyder problem has been winding up with, tech case study of a business debacle that had some safety issues in the end with stiffer penalties than they had, and Snyder is a personal safety issue for them. He's like the Firestone tire recall of football. But the refusal by Roger Goodell and the owners, who control him, they say they can't really issue him anything other than a chronic written sexual harassment form to basically have him fill out.
Let me add a little bit to that as I posted the article right now, and Speedy will correct me if I'm wrong. It was bad optics this week that two former employees asked the NFL for transparency. Roger Goodell went to his typical simple responses defending, and it's basically coming down to Dan Snyder never taking responsibility. And it blew up this week because he doesn't take responsibility over a lot of things that have been going on. We've seen the emails and the text messages. We understand it was a toxic situation, but Dan Snyder should clearly be reprimanded based on the talking points of Roger Goodell, and nothing was done. It's
Okay,
like,
what position does Dan Snyder hold?
he is the owner of the team, and
Which
as
team?
the Washington team.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've had the last couple of weeks, guys. I'm not really, I'm catching articles as I can, so I don't know really what's going on. So that's why I'm asking these questions because I don't know what's going on.
So basically, Goodell is saying everything that should be done, and Schneider will not do it. As you know, I've talked about it over the years I've been on Sports Talk with the guys. Being an owner is the ultimate vanity thing. These rules are designed to keep competitive people, to protect their investment, to protect their stuff, whatever. The rules are so arcane that very few of us understand, but they're written in such a way to protect their interests. So
Yeah.
Dan Schneider can basically do anything he wants, provided he doesn't make the league look bad. And he is starting to make the league look very bad now. Because, as Matt was alluding to, is of the issues that are going on. And it was so hypocritical that Roger Goodell, answering through these platitudes and blank statements, basically codified the actions that Dan Snyder has done or hasn't done. The optics were so bad this week. And it's really bad. The article is posted. You can check it out. And the byline is this: on the same day, two former Washington employees asked for transparency. The NFL commissioner stuck to his unseemly talking points to protect one of his own. And he was protecting the owner. Anna Nunez and Melanie Coburn probably weren't even back to DC before Roger Goodell was at the podium, telling the football watching world that protecting the anonymity of accusers like them is the reason why the NFL isn't making public the findings of an investigation into the Washington football team that cost 8 figures and took almost a year to complete. Nunez and Coburn, the former having worked for the team in sales, the latter as a cheerleader and then in marketing, took the train from Washington to New York earlier in the day Tuesday to plead again for the league to lift the curtain on what Beth Wilkinson, the former federal prosecutor hired to run the investigation, found over her 11-month job. They asked for transparency, and they delivered it to the owners. They asked for it again, talking with reporters on hand for the league's fall meeting at a posh midtown hotel. Of course, they knew they were going to be ignored, and they were, because everyone knows how the NFL does business. So there's more to the article. Check it out. You can go back to Jim Irsay in 2014. What did Irsay get, Big Dog? I mean, did they even slap him on the hand because he was arrested for being drunk or driving under the influence? He wasn't.
I don't think they did anything to him.
Yeah, Schneider in the Washington team. What are they going to do? And Schneider is the topic, and now Stan Kroenke is the topic in the LA arena. And it was funny that I heard idiots talking about, oh, well, they want to get rid of the Raiders owner. For what? He's been a model citizen. He hasn't done anything. But people were jumping on the conspiracy. Oh, they went after the head coach. Now they're going after the owner.
No, the head coach was an idiot. Gruden was an idiot. I mean, Gruden was old school and could not conform to the way it is now in 2020, 2021. Because guys, I mean, yes, those were bad emails, but he grew up in the 60s and 50s and 70s. I'm not excusing it, but that's just the way it was back then. It was done normally and with no connotation to it. So he just did not evolve to the current times. And, when you don't evolve, you get left behind. And him being left behind was being fired and probably out of a job for a good 3 to 4 years, if not forever.
So we don't think that they're going to do anything to Daniel Snyder at all? Is that what we're saying here?
If the Heat continues, then the other owners will have to step in, because then as Scorekeeper said, it will be hurting the NFL, and they can't have that. Which means if it hurts the NFL, that means it's going to hurt their bottom line. They don't want it to hurt their bottom line, and they'll pull like what they did to Donald Sterling. They'll get together and they'll oust him, for the betterment of
Forgive me, Big
the
Dog.
NFL.
I think you're actually not giving Donald Sterling what that man did.
Oh, he was an asshole. I know that, but still, he was hurting.
And actually, no, I apologize. I meant to say the commissioner. I mistook him for the commissioner for a moment.
Sterling.
What the commissioner did, which Big Dog didn't say anything negative, what he did was decisive and immediate. I do not believe Roger Goodell has that in his makeup. He just doesn't. It's not going to happen. Folks, if the NFL tries to take a team away, the precedent has not been done in the NFL yet. The rules are very unique due to the structure. We've talked about this on the way the NFL is designed. It is very difficult to do what Adam Silver did. It is very difficult to do what they did to get rid of McCourt. Can they? Yes. And they did successfully. The NFL is a lot tougher because this is the ultimate vanity league, folks. The rules are that they protect their interests. And right now, the NFL is still making money hands over fists.
True. But like I said, if the bottom line starts to being affected because of him, then they're going to be like, hey, wait a minute. 29 of us still want to, pull a profit, just because you're screwing us over. We're going to have to take care of this. And they can force Goodell's hand.
And they can. I mean, if it gets to 29 people all being on the same page, which nothing is impossible, that's okay. But now you set the precedent. And that means if they dislike an owner, that means you can just all 29 get rid of them. That hasn't happened yet in the NFL.
Well,
look at what happened with the Raiders.
I
couldn't get rid of Al Davis.
I understand what you're saying, but the thing is, because you dislike a person doesn't mean you can get rid of him. He actually's done things in that he's responsible for in his team that he didn't take care of. So it's not the fact that just, I don't like you, let's get rid of you. It's no, you fucked up on in your team and in your organization. You allowed this to go on for years and years and years, and if Goodell doesn't want to do anything, then us as owners are going to get together and we're going to protect our profits. So bye.
Okay, I'm withering on a vine here because I'm not going to agree to that, big dog, because
Okay.
the issue is still going on, and that's all I want to say on that is
Yeah.
I understand there's testimony, I understand there's emails and a lot of stuff, but the issue hasn't been resolved yet. So I'm not going to say that he's responsible till they finally make it that he's responsible. I'm not going to say he's blameless because the buck does stop with him, but all that stuff is still up in the air. That's all, bro.
Yeah.
What the big dog said. The only thing I want to say to that is, I'm not gonna go that far. That's all.
Yeah, it
The
hasn't
big
gotten
dog
to that
have
point yet, but it could possibly go to that point.
Yeah, it could. It could.
okay. All right. Let me clarify this. I'm not disagreeing with the big dog in any way whatsoever.
No, I
I
know.
just don't want to make the
Yeah.
finality of it. Yeah.
And I know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get banter messages about this. You said you only had 2 more stories. I know, I lied. I've been doing that at work. Yesterday was funny at work because everybody's like, "How many more pallets?" And I said, "We only have 2 more pallets, and that's it of stuff that we have." But then everybody's like, "No, Matt, you're missing one." And I looked and I went, "Ah, dang it!" I was like scorekeeper. Man, 1 more pallet, so that's 3.
See, you should have said no. What I meant was there's 2 more pallets in the front of the stock room, but there's 1 more in the back of the stock room, so a total of 3.
Yeah, I should have said that, but I didn't think about that. I was like, "Oh, I didn't see that one. My bad." I was like, "Okay, well, let's just finish these last pallets then."
Oh wait,
Oh.
is that what you said? I didn't see that one. My bad.
No, I said, "I'm sorry, I lied. I didn't. There is 1 more pallet. My bad." So
Well, okay. Well, I don't know if you lied, but you actually came clean, which is really cool. Most
yeah,
people don't and won't. And that's why, Matt, you don't have to go to the Rogers School of giving your supervisor an answer. See, they ask me yes or no questions, and 3 minutes later, they're like, "What the fuck?"
you're like, "This is not right here."
It's like I was asking if we were going to lunch, you dumbass, and I
That's why I've always said you're going to make a great politician.
So
Rogelio Noriega, Governor, Kansas, 2022.
So with that being said, scorekeeper, I'm sure you remember from last week's episode where we talked about the whole fans, destroying the field and throwing garbage out. This week, officials got together. They went through CCTV footage, trying to say that 5 times fast, but they found out who was responsible, what they were doing, and why they were doing it for the start of it. And 25 people are now banned from the stadium for life.
Awesome responsibility.
I told you people, there's ways to find out who you are and what you're doing. And that's what they did. They found out who they were, 25 of them.
Yeah, it's
I
the
can't believe
pendejos that posted on social media.
That too.
That too, yeah. But I still can't believe that they trashed the field like that. I thought it would be less, but no, they said 25 people that were banned for life from the stadium. And one fan said, "I'm being kicked out for one incident." One incident. Well, yeah, that's all it takes is one time.
That's all it takes.
That's like saying, "Oh, I shot the guy in the head only one time. Why am I going to jail?"
Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
Dick Cheney.
But he didn't go to jail though.
Oh, but that was his answer. I'm the vice president. Why am I going to go? It's not like I've shot someone before. That was funny when even George Bush made a joke of it. He says, what? Do we have friends or do you have enemies? I don't know. Just ask Dick Cheney's friends on a hunting trip.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
Matt, I didn't know that it happened. I'd missed that story, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. I had spoken of someone earlier in the day, last week, not today, early in the day, but about the whole thing that happened in January. Don't want to get any more into it, but I was disgusted then over what happened, and I'm just as disgusted by anyone, the hooligans that do this stuff. Folks, being able to go out in the field and celebrate, I think it's everyone's wet dream to do that, to celebrate with the team. But to destroy stuff, to just do it just because you can, you're the animals. You're the ones that look bad. And by being part of the human species, you make us all look bad by being stupid. And I'm glad that they're using that technology to get these people in doing that stuff. When I was out on my sojourn last night and we were at the Peninsula Mall right there in Palos Verdes, I made a comment. I have to be very careful how I say this, but I made a comment and the young lady was like, well, there are no cameras here. I'm like, yeah, there are. This Palos Verdes. There are cameras. And she said, where? And we started
Everywhere.
looking, and lo and behold, I could not find the cameras. I found the speakers. I found them throughout the whole place. I could not find cameras. I did outside the theater. It was very clear. But throughout the walkways and stuff, I was stunned. And her answer was, well, this is Palos Verdes. They don't need cameras here. Uh-huh.
No. The answer back should
They're probably all inside.
No, the answer back should have been, this is Palos Verdes. They pay good money to hide the camera so you don't see them.
Yeah, and I was hard pressed because I know how these cameras. Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna say. I was hard pressed to find the cameras. I really was, and I can pick them out very easily. And because remember, folks, they have the pinprick cameras now, the ones that they put on shelves in stores, and that's just one place, and they're not even a millimeter. It's crazy what they can have. So anyway, you can still identify because you can't. I actually had a hard time finding them, but outside the theater it was a little more obvious. They had the plastic cover, and the rotating camera was in there, so you could see that. But I got to give it to them. Money. It was very difficult to find the cameras.
Yeah, is that the picture I liked? It looked like you were at a mall.
Oh, yeah, that was a picture of the mall. Yes, it was one of those things, Matt, where it was a nice moment. There was no one there. We were on the third level, and the way they did the escalators were shut off. It's a multi-level, and the theater level is on the third floor, so all the offices are closed. So the escalators to get up there don't work. The only way to get to the theater is through the parking lot. So it was kind of interesting. But the elevator worked, so go figure. But I just thought it was kind of cool. We were taking a walk through the mall, and I took a picture looking towards the theaters. It was kind of neat.
Yeah, that's what a lot of theaters are doing now. I was skeptical about it at first. I'm like, a theater inside of a mall? I don't know. But now that, it's become a thing, I think it works. And I'm hoping that Century Theater does it again, what they did over the summer, because that AEW pay-per-view was awesome, all out. If they do it again, I'm going to go back to the theater again. Versus watching it here at home, I'm ordering it through my cable provider. Let them do it. I just pay for the feed. Yeah.
I got my new glasses. Go ahead, Big Dog. Much the scorekeeper discussed, or what was that?
What are you talking about?
What were you going to say?
Nobody said anything about scorekeeper discuss.
I said it was much cheaper going to the
theater. That's what he said.
Nothing about you, Mr. Vanity.
It's always about me.
I know.
As I've been told.
But on a football note, your buddy, Mr. Brett Favre, was in the news this past week.
Yeah, he paid off some money.
He has paid the Mississippi auditor the $600,000 he owed. He made that payment this week. And we all thought that would be it for this whole thing. Well, the Mississippi auditor said, no, hold on just a second. You still owe us another $221,000 for interest. So Favre is now pissed about that. Oh, excuse me, it's $228,000. Excuse me, in interest. and they said they could sue if not paid by mid-November. So we'll just have to wait and see how this one works out.
And the reason why they can sue folks is because it was a breach of contract. See, it works both ways. And a lot of people don't like that, but if you fail to adhere to the terms, they can seek legal remedy, they call it. So,
Okay, so let's just pretend that I was talking about the AEW special at the movie theater because Big Dog ruined my segment, which
Well, okay.
I'm glad to talk about, and I'm glad Big Dog is able to be here this week because other news came out, and I don't know if you've had time to look into this, Big Dog, but ROH seemingly closed. They released everybody from their contract.
They released everybody from their contracts as of December 31st. They are still going to have their December to remember or whatever they're going to call their end of the year pay-per-view. They will cease operations and they're going to realign and come out strong. I think they said in April of 2022. They said any wrestler that had a contract that went beyond 2021 will be paid till March of 2022. And then at that point, they'll I guess they'll start up again. But with them releasing everyone, I don't know how they're gonna have something to start with in 2022. You know, you may talk to these guys, but I know like well, all the big stars. I mean, Jay Lethal, the Briscoes. I mean, they're already looking towards AEW. I don't know
Yeah,
about WWE. Vince is pretty particular about his stuff. He may take Jay Lethal. Of course, TNA. You know, those a lot of those guys were in TNA. You know, whether they were being borrowed or they started there. Jay Lethal was one of the originals in TNA till he went to ROH. A lot of wrestlers there. Mike Bennett, Maria Canales. They're already
yep.
looking for booking, so we're gonna see a lot of the indie stuff is gonna be really popular. They're gonna have some big names in the next month or two, or actually at the beginning of the year once these guys are released from the contracts. But I was sad to see it. They've been around for a long time. Their lineage is great. I went to one of their shows in Vegas a few years ago, and it was a really good show. It was in Sam's Town. Um, Hopefully they can, I can't see the fact that TNA is still surviving, and an organization like ROH, went under or seemingly has gone under.
Well,
Because I
some
don't know.
people,
Do
some
you watch
people,
TNA, Matt? Do you watch
once in
TNA?
a while, but
It's horrible, is it not?
well, yeah, it's horrible because they realized that after Dixie left, they went, well, we can't. They went the Eric Bischoff route basically by saying we can't afford these big arenas anymore. Let's go into a smaller venue just for TV, but only have a few fans, which is what they've been doing.
Yeah, that's
And that then they have, like I said, they have the people around the ring, but then
yeah.
they do the Vince McMahon thing by adding crowd noise to make you think, oh, there's lots of people in the building when it's just a small building.
Yeah, and the thing is though, they may have went the Eric Bischoff route and said, okay, let's go to smaller venues, but they were still putting on good product.
Yeah,
They were still putting on wrestling match. The stuff I can't watch more than 20, 30 minutes, if even that, when it's on Thursday night. For me, it's Thursday nights, and when I'm bored, I'll flip on and I'll watch it, and after like 5 minutes, I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. This is horrible. The storyline's lousy. The wrestling's okay. It's not even that great. I mean, I don't know. Oh, and since you're the wrestling person, what happened with Bray Wyatt? I thought that was the big reveal yesterday. That he was either going to be AEW or WWE SmackDown. Bray Wyatt, two more days, one more day today, and not a damn thing happened.
nope.
What do you any insight? Any sources that you got that say something different?
Well, the sources that I've been talking to on these wrestling websites, mainly you, Ryan, you know who you are, but it seems like he's going to go back to WWE, and he's been having talks with them.
Yeah, I've heard that. But I mean, he made the big announcement on Twitter. Starting in the middle of the
Yeah,
week. That we were going to see the Fiend or whatever, and everybody's saying, "Oh, is he going to AEW? Is he going WWE?" And I kept saying he's going back to WWE because his hashtag was WWE Bray Wyatt.
yeah, that's what it
And
was.
but I noticed on Friday, just before SmackDown started, that his Twitter account was deactivated. That
Right.
the WWE that at WWE Bray Wyatt no longer existed. So I was like, okay, maybe he's going to AEW. But then I watched Rampage, and you know,
Nope.
so
Yeah. Speaking of Rampage,
hmm
Tony Khan is like he's starting to turn into the early days of the Paul Heyman stuff by saying do whatever, which is what led to the whole real life thing between CM Punk and Eddie Kingston on Rampage last night. He's basically cussing out CM Punk, and CM Punk was like, "Yeah, this is my interview time, and why don't you just turn your tail between your legs and keep walking that way?" And then
I must have missed that one. So there was so Eddie Kingston gave an interview after his match with Daniel Bryan.
no, they wanted Tony to interview CM Punk
Uh huh.
because of his big debut match that he had on Wednesday for
Okay.
Dynamite. And as the process was going along, he's trying to, tell people what he's going to do next in AEW.
Uh huh.
But you could hear Eddie Kingston in the background, cussing him out and stuff, and then he gets actually in the camera frame.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this happened after the match with Daniel Bryan. Because remember the opening match was Daniel
Yeah,
Bryan.
the opening match was good.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan's chest, man.
So
Oh,
so Eddie Kingston came on after that. Is what you're saying?
yeah,
Oh, okay. So I'll have to watch it because I was watching the Laker game, so I know I was missing chunks at a time. So I would watch the game and then I'd be like, oh shit, 20 minutes have gone by. Let me see what I missed. But it's on DVR, so I'll watch it.
yeah. I figured. Yeah, I know you guys have DVR.
Um, I'll have to watch it because Punk
It was really
Punk
good.
likes Punk likes setting stuff up like that up to make it everybody think that it's a shoot when it's actually a work. So
Right.
I'll have to see because I think if it was actually a work, excuse me, if it was actually a shoot, I think Tony Khan would have cut the cameras because if it was a behind the scenes interview and it gets out of hand like that, Tony will cut the cameras and they'll reshoot it later. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll have to see what it is.
Yeah, because back at the announcement desk, they were like, "Well, we're sorry for Eddie's language. We apologize for that," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Well, especially the other Tony that used to be the announcer with WCW, he's very good at that." So he was like, "We apologize for that.
Tony
We'll
Schiavone.
send it back to you guys," and blah blah blah. And they went on to the main event.
Schiavone.
Yeah, Shivani.
He's a vet.
Yeah, so he basically apologized for that. He's like, "So we'll send it back to you guys for the main event," which was a good trick or treat match. But,
Yeah, and you know what? I'll give it a Brit taking the thumbtacks. She seems very like dainty and doesn't want to do that kind of stuff. But ever since she had her nose broken and had the blood flowing down her face and the whole thing, I think that made her realize that she can do that kind of stuff, and it gave her the confidence. And she's been a very good wrestler since then. I saw her down here one time before she signed with AEW when she was with Bar Wrestling, when Bar Wrestling was still going on. Um, and she put on a pretty good match. Um, she was real friendly with everyone, so she's pretty cool.
yeah,
But so that should have been something like Scorekeeper could have done. be a wrestler and have the full-time job at the same time. She's actually a DMD scorekeeper.
I'm sure she'd do a much
She
better job than
graduated,
I
I
would.
believe, late 2019 or early
2019,
2020.
yeah.
And so she does her wrestling on on Wednesdays and Fridays, and the once a month pay-per-view. And then the rest of the week she flies back to Pittsburgh and is part of a dental group that she does her dental. And of course, she's the dentist to all the wrestlers, which is another. I guess it's 3 jobs she has: wrestler, dentist in a dental group, and dentist to the wrestlers at AEW.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because you said that she's not really into the whole thumbtack thing, but you have to go back and remember last year's All Out pay-per-view. I watched that here at my apartment when she had her Anything Goes match also with Big Swole, and they went everywhere in that pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah, but the broken nose thing, I think, happened just before that.
Yeah, that
the
happened
broken
before.
nose thing was the one that kind of launched her into say, hey, I can do some tough matches, you know. So I'm glad she's a good face for the women's division right now. So we'll see who can take her out, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah, and then we also have the WWE side of things. Apparently, Lynch and Flair had to be separated, and Vince was like, one of you needs to go home. You can't be in the building because it's getting too personal.
Yep.
So,
And Charlotte is the one who was escorted out by security.
well, because Vince had told them, this is what's written in the script. You have to give over your title to Charlotte. And Becky's like, okay, but she went out there, but she didn't do it.
Well, she didn't do it right away, and then what
No.
pissed her off was when Charlotte threw it on the ground. Charlotte threw
Yeah.
what was going to be Becky's title on the floor, and that's why the ref. I don't know if you saw it, the way the ref said, pick it up. And Charlotte kind of had that look like, whoa, wait a minute, this isn't this. She had that look like, oh, we're going off script. But she had already gone off script.
Yeah.
But and then that's when they went back and forth. But I also read, I don't know if you have that same info or not, but I guess when she went back to Gorilla, Vince was there waiting for her, and evidently they got into a little bit of a shouting match, her and Vince, Charlotte and Vince, and she walked away from Vince while he was still talking to her.
Yeah.
So she's going to learn very, very quickly that you don't piss off the boss, especially Vince. Vince will make her drop that title to Doudrop, just to teach her a lesson.
Yeah.
Or someone, so I don't know if she apologized afterwards. That part I didn't read about, but I did read that she walked away from Vince and Vince was pissed off. And then she was, of course, and then her and Becky got into it and they escorted Charlotte away, with security to, kick her out of the building. But, of course, the subtext of this whole story is Charlotte wants out. It's not even hidden anymore. Charlotte wants out of WWE. She wants to be with Andrade, who is, of course, her fiance, and is on AEW. So she's doing her best to get herself fired, and I think Vince knows what she's worth. So if anything, if she continues to do what she's doing, Vince will sit her ass on the bench and keep her off TV till her contract is over in 1 or 2 years. He's done it before. He'll do it again. And then they get paid what's called the downside contract, which is when you're injured or you're off TV, you only get your basic contract. You get no merchandise, you get no TV bonus or any of that other stuff. So she better watch it because she may be labeled as difficult to work with. And once that happens, it doesn't matter who you know or who your boyfriend is or girlfriend is or whatever. AEW won't touch you if they're steamrolling right now.
Yeah.
And they don't want to ruin they don't want to rock the boat, so to speak. So if she's going to come in with an attitude or that she's hard to work with, they just won't hire her. She'll end up on TNA.
Yeah, maybe. But, I think that between that incident and with the incident that happened on Rampage last night with CM Punk and Eddie Kingston, it kind of feels like both companies are trying to maybe elevate back to that TV 14 style of programming where
Yeah,
they're just balls to the wall.
I think AEW is already there because their thing is already
Yeah,
more
their
than
thing has
PG
been off.
13. Yeah, because I mean
Yeah.
they cuss. I mean you Eddie Kingston's forever flipping off the middle finger. They say
Yeah.
shit and damn and son of a bitch on air, where WWE is not doing that, but Vince is paying attention, even though he says they don't pay attention to AEW, because ever since they started doing that and started getting more hardcore and having blood, people get busted open and stuff, Vince has gotten a little more above PG-13.
Yeah.
So he is paying attention and he knows it's hurting him. And like I said, he's getting a lot of a lot of his wrestlers that are disgruntled are just waiting for those contracts to end so they can jump. I can't wait to see Ricochet in AEW. He will. They'll have a field day. He'll have so many great matches with so many people.
And right after the Daniel Bryan, I mean the CM Punk and Eddie Kingston segment,
Uh huh.
they're like, we have to take our final commercial break, but we'll be back for the main event for the trick or treat match. And during that commercial time, they aired a commercial about New Japan Pro Wrestling coming to San Jose
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of next month.
Yep, they're going to be here. In fact, in 2 weeks, right here in Riverside, New Japan.
Nice.
I'm thinking about it. We'll see how much tickets are.
Yeah, I know, right? It's always about the tickets, but they said the announcement said something about they're going to stream it, so maybe I'll order it and watch it here.
So if they're streaming it, then it's going to be one of their pay-per-views, maybe one of their tournaments.
Yeah, Aki Soto is going to be involved. They had his picture up there with his name. It's like, oh, cool. So I don't know who else is going to be involved in that New Japan thing. So if I can't go there in person, I'll just watch the stream.
Gentlemen, I want to interrupt. We were going to bring on a guest. He actually contacted me when I was having the internet issues, and I saw his text message, and I apologize. And he's kind of in with us in our green room. He is someone that I wanted to give a shout out to today. His name is Michael Davis. He does go by Mad Dog Mike, and I'm not able to connect him because there are issues with his mic right now. But I did want to share that he has invested and has come up with his own app, folks. And if I'm not mistaken, he'll let me know through the app right here. If you go to play.google.com, you will look up Casino Saga, and that is the app right there. If you do a search, Casino Saga, that is the app. You'll be doing us a solid favor. It is an online casino game. It is around the world, and he's just created the app. You might want to check it out. It's available for apparently the iPhone as well as the Android.
Just what I was going to ask, if it's available for iOS or not.
But I do understand it is very effective on Google. So he will correct me if I'm wrong, but I was hoping he would come aboard and talk about his app. And it's fun. It's rather addicting. I've already tried playing it a few times. It's not bad. Check the instructions at the very top on the 3 lines, and it will tell you exactly how to play the game. But it's really cool. He is someone I've known for about 8 years now. He is a former coworker, so he's part of the family, Michael Davis, and he created this really neat game. I installed it, and it is fun. So I wanted to give him play, but I wanted him to be on, but we are having technical difficulties, and I do apologize. So there it is, yes. And he says, thank you very much on the screen. So I did get it right, but that's it right there. It is one in the family. It is Casino Saga. You can play the game, I believe, on your computer as well as on your phone. So you guys can check it out. And it's really neat. If you need instructions on how to get there, we have instructions on how to do it. Michael, is it active on the iPhone? On the iPhone iOS? Let me know. But I did download it on my Android phone, which is kind of cool. So he'll let me know. But folks, check it out. It's Casino Saga. It's a fun game. I have to tell you, it's addicting, unfortunately. So, well, you know what? It may not be on the computer, but it is available on the Android. Oh, he says Androids, so it may not be the iPhone.
Yeah, it's
I
not
do
on the iPhone.
apologize.
It's not. I just pulled it up, Casino Saga, and there's no Casino Saga yet.
Thank you, Big Dog. But it will be on the Apple iPhone. It's just not there yet. It's making its way over. Michael, how long have you had the program active? Hopefully, he'll get back to me in just a moment. I know it's only been a month or two. So, folks, this is one in the family, NDB Media family. Possible running candidate, running mate for the governor of Kansas as well. So, we'll see. It's kind of cool. He referred to me as Governor Noriega.
So
That's
he'd
kind of
be.
funny.
So you're saying he'd be your lieutenant governor?
Yes. Oh,
okay.
there it is. Since July 2021. So it's good. He's an educated man, salt of the earth. He is a mechanic extraordinaire. You give him something, he fixes it. He is a man of faith, and he's damn funny too. It's really cool. He has a wiry sense of humor, and hopefully we'll be able to bring him on live and he'll join us. But we're going to have him on one of the evening programs to introduce him as well. But it's really good stuff. I'm frustrated that we're having internet issues. It's not only me. We've been having them all over the place. So, all right. Thank you, Michael. I am so sorry. He sent me the text at 5:46 in the morning. Hey, that's my old retail store. Commerce. That's 546. That's the old number for the thrifty drugstore right there in Commerce. So it's apropos. All right, gentlemen, do you have anything else that you want to get to? I know that I posted the article related to the Rams owner. Oh, okay. He says, no worries, my brother. We will make it work. When the St. Louis Rams left, they broke the agreement, basically. And they had to sign an agreement saying that they will indemnify the NFL. As a matter of fact, all four teams that were involved in the move, Raiders included, the Chargers, the Rams, and there might have been another team, or maybe just Chargers, Rams, Raiders. There's a possible fourth team, I don't know, or maybe there was only three teams. I apologize, but no matter what, the Rams stand concrete indemnified the NFL, meaning we're going to take the hit on all the legal fees, and they have been paying through the nose because each time the NFL tries to get the lawsuit dropped, they've been losing on everything. And it looks like the city of St. Louis has been effing them in court and every move. Well, on Tuesday, in the first sit down since COVID began, or since 2019, they were in a meeting, and this is per sources, ESPN had it. Apparently, executives and everyone was kicked out of the meeting. The only ones that could stay were the owners, the commissioner, and senior executives. And what happened was they got an update. Apparently, Kroenke, who's been talking to the NFL about the level of indemnification, long story short, apparently Kroenke has changed his opinion that the NFL has to pay as well. And it is not good. There's a lot of good stuff in the article, which I posted. It's in the chat room. There's a lot more to it. I try to give you the executive commentary. This is good. The owners are pissed because the league has been embroiled for 4 years in this lawsuit. And St. Louis is winning or is beating them on every move. Apparently, the NFL violated its own relocation rules. and there's a few other things. The article is really good on making it very clear. I got to give it to ESPN on this one. It's a good read. You guys need to check it out. The NFL is pissed with the Rams right now.
I have a
So
question, Scorekeeper. Is there a successor or a person that could step in to take over for Goodell? Because I mean, everything seems to be adding up, and it has been over the last, geez, what, 5, 7 years, how bad of a job Goodell is doing. And the fact now that it came out that he made $128 million last year, blah blah blah, whatever it was, this Cronky debacle, which I would blame the NFL's legal department for not. I mean, if they violated their own rules, someone in the legal department screwed up, but it still falls on Goodell because he's in charge of the whole damn thing. So,
Right.
is there someone, in other words, like with when Sterling took over the NBA, you know, is there someone in line that is ready, or is he just kind of the absolute power type person?
okay, the NBA followed a little bit because Stern was there forever.
Yeah.
So it changed. When it comes to commissioners, Stern is unique. Okay.
Yes.
Going to the NFL, the way their structure is designed, I believe it's next in line is the chief football administrative officer. There's no assistant commissioner. There's nothing
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
And baseball had the commissioner, and then you had the two league presidents.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a little bit of a structure that way, but it's immaterial in baseball. It means nothing now. I don't know if that exists in the NFL, but there is the chief football administrative officer.
Okay.
Now, remember, Goodell basically worked as the legal counsel for the NFL under Tagliabue. So he interned basically,
Yeah.
such as Silver interned as legal counsel for the league. Wasn't he legal counsel?
Maybe at one time because Stern was a lawyer, so they might have known each other for decades. But I believe he was the assistant commissioner or vice commissioner, whatever they
Okay,
want to
so
call it.
but the NBA does have him as an assistant. So then he was in line.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, there's no such structure in the NFL, so it would fall to the chief administrative officer, which is not strange. When you look at my company, which is a municipality, you have the board of supervisors, and then you have what used to be called the chief executive officer. Or no, it was the CAO, the chief administrative officer. Now it's I don't know. Could be vice versa. But the point is, you have the chief administrative officer.
Yeah.
And they're generally in command. When you have smaller cities, especially here in California, you have the city administrator. You have the mayor, the city council, and then you have the city administrator. You might think of it as the same way in the NFL. You have the commissioner, the owners, and then you have the administrator.
Okay.
The NFL could probably put on a commissioner right away, a temporary one, whatever. An owner could function. I don't know if it's in their rules. It wasn't in the NLB, remember?
Yeah.
And they violated that when they put Bud Selig in there. But they violated their own rules. That's over and done with. It was a coup. We know it. Money. To answer your question, Big Dog, this guy's had so much happen right now, and nothing's been done. Nothing's been done to Goodell. It's been building and building, and they're making money with him.
And that's what it comes
I have
down
no
to.
answer.
They're turning a blind eye to everything he's doing that's bad because they're looking at the bottom line saying, well, he may be fucking up here, but he's making me money on the bottom line, so that's all I really care about.
They're turning a blind eye because there's a contract in hand. We'll see what happens at the end of the contract.
Didn't he just get voted again like last year or the year before?
Yeah, but what did he get? Did he get a 10-year deal or did he get a 2 or 3 year deal?
I thought it was a 10-year deal.
I don't know. So,
I don't know either. That's why I mentioned what I mentioned earlier. The fact that people found out this week that he made all this money.
Well, I mean
that's news
that's
to
everybody.
us.
To me, that's everyone else's fault that they okayed it, because if he puts the escalating numbers or figures in there, that you have to hit this, this, and this, and I get a percentage, or I get this much money, and they okayed it, then that's on the other NFL owners, the other 32 owners, that they okayed this contract for him. I just like regular players. Excuse me. No matter what you play, where baseball, football, basketball, hockey, I don't begrudge you for getting 40, 50, 60 million dollars a year. If that's what they're going to pay you, that's what they're going to pay you. Same thing with the commissioner. If the commissioner can finagle a contract that says, hey, if I hit all bam, 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 I could possibly make $130 million this year. And they're like, okay, no problem. Or like, oh, you're not going to hit those numbers. Yeah, sure, go ahead. And he hits the numbers. That's on the owners. I can't begrudge him for it. I mean, I don't think it's right because of all the things that are happening that we're hearing about now that he allows to go on, or the penalties that he gives out to certain players, that he'll give a stiff penalty and other players he lets them slide, blah, blah, blah. But his contract is his contract. As long as he's fulfilling all the duties to hit those marks, I can't begrudge him the 125, 28 million, whatever it was that he earned.
Yeah, just you were talking about COVID earlier. I don't know about you guys or you, scorekeeper. I mean, but starting Monday up here, almost all the counties are approving that you don't need to wear a mask anymore unless you're vaccinated. If you're not, then you got to keep the mask on. It doesn't matter if we're vaccinated or not at work. We still have to keep the mask on.
Yeah. That's because you're a private company, so the company makes the rule.
Okay, knowing that I may be a party to some litigation, I am unable to comment further on mask wearing and COVID in the workplace right now. So I just have to put that out there right now.
And one final thing, scorekeeper.
From a union perspective, that's what I'm saying. From a union perspective, it's not action I'm taking, but I may be involved in an administrative action. That's all.
And scorekeeper, one more thing. I think after the show, you need to start getting one of these. There you go.
Perfect timing, Matt. What was that?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Well, he takes care of business.
His hooker's here.
Yeah. Oh, hey. I posted an article, folks. This was breaking news this week in the NHL. We hadn't talked about it, but a former Blackhawks player, Kyle Beach, quote, the NHL let him down and they've let others down. So I placed the article in the chat room. Check it out. But basically, after revealing his identity as John Doe in a damning report released Tuesday that revealed inaction by the Chicago Blackhawks management when presented with sexual allegations, Kyle Beach had strong words for the league and its leaders. That included current Florida Panthers coach Joel Quenneville, the coach of the Blackhawks in 2010, when the alleged incident between Beach and former video coach Brad Aldrich occurred. So there's a lot more to it. Check it out. And for other reasons, I am unable to comment further on this story as well.
Now, he's the current coach of what now?
He's a current coach of Florida.
The Panthers?
Yes, the coach Joel Quenneville.
So he was a hockey coach that now he's a football coach? I've never heard of that. But I guess.
No, I said the Florida Panthers.
Yeah, aren't the Florida Panthers football?
I guess. I don't know.
And Chicago Blackhawks are hockey.
Yeah.
So he went from being a hockey coach, head coach, to being a football head coach? I've never heard of the crossing of that. That's all I'm saying.
Florida Panthers?
I just asked you, are the Florida Panthers football? And you said yes. I just asked you that. 10 seconds ago, and you said yes.
Okay, well, no. Florida Panthers, no. I'm sorry. I
So
thought you said
they're a hockey team?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Then never mind. Okay, never mind what I was
Okay.
just saying.
It allegedly happened in 2010, and it said, "Yeah, thank you, Tony. I'm sorry." And Tony heard what you heard of what I said. Thank you, Tony, for stating my stupidity. So, thumbs up. Which the big dog caught. Thumbs up, big dog.
No, it's not that I caught it. It was a question I asked, and you said yes. That's why I was
I
like,
guess
oh.
I was trying to get the whole question, and I effed it up. No, they're Florida Panthers.
Okay.
I was trying to say yes, they're a hockey team, but I did not answer correctly. That's why I was like, wait, no, I was confused. I messed up. Check it out, folks. There's a lot more in this, but again, I am unable to comment further on this particular topic at this point. So we are coming near an end. We're down to about 5 minutes. There was another story. I want to give a quick shout out to the Atlanta Braves pitcher. Wow, broken leg. That was crazy. But there is something in Major League Baseball. There's a problem. There's a significant problem with Major League Baseball. It's the starting pitching. Yes, I am, Tony. I really am. And I'm about to go to work in a few minutes.
Well, that's what Tony. I don't know if you saw earlier, but that's why I told Scorekeeper he needs one of these.
Oh, okay.
A green can?
No, I need to drink coffee and stuff. Yes.
Oh, okay? Well, he has a cup. I thought he didn't have a cup today. I never thought you.
The love is appreciated, but thank you, Tony, for catching it right away. Folks, I guess I am. I really am tired. So I hope to be on my best behavior. Look, all kidding aside, people are suffering. The atmospheric conditions are bad. We don't know still what is the cause of that. People are sick, and they're really suffering in that area, and they need assistance. I'm going to be going to provide assistance so that they can get the proper documents filled out, so they can get the assistance that is available to them. It is not for me to know. It is just the need is there. I'm going. And I'm going to be doing it today and tomorrow. I may be doing it further, but for now, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Overtime.
I'm going to help the citizens and residents. I get paid for going to help. A lot of people don't want to do it. I don't know why. But it fell down to me. I'm going. So we'll see what happens. I'm not looking forward to it because, as I said, I drove by at 1:30 this morning from the 110 to the 105, and I caught the it was bad.
And the funny thing is that area has had that smell for years, but it usually dissipates. Usually it's early morning only, because when I used to drive down there, when I used to have to pick up the guys or drop off the guys, that transition, when I would always hit that transition, and it would only be on the transition where I would catch it, and you could see the river well or whatever the hell it was, the riverbed that I was passing through. And once you got about maybe 30 to 50 yards away from it, the smell would dissipate. But ever since, like you said, about the last month and a half, the smell doesn't go away anymore, and it lasts all day long.
And they can't. Well,
yeah, there's a number of plants right by there.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's the thing why we assumed why it was there before, but it would dissipate. It was bearable. But now, due to the drying, that's what they're talking about. That there hasn't been water stuff. It's the stuff that's in the ground. So they've got to identify it. But again, I don't know what it is. I really don't. I'm alien to this. All I know is that they need bodies, and they asked me, and it was a joke what happened on Thursday, where they said they're looking for people that are quick learners, that are good communicators, and are empathetic. And my supervisor was like, well, you got 2 out of the 3. It was funny, and that's what I wanted to share. But my name was immediately submitted, and they responded quick. So if I had 1 out of the 3, I think they still would have taken me.
I'm sure they would have, and That's why I said what I said last week, because, we were supposed to have a truck today at my job, but they keep canceling it, and I'm sure you've seen the news that, shipping orders are stopped and blah, blah, blah. But they said, well, we need your help from now until probably February. Because the company wanted to start bringing 2 trucks per day. So I'm like, well, okay, yeah, I can do that, because I used to do that with Safeway. We would have 5 or 6, 7 trucks all day until closing time at midnight. You guys know how that is, so never know what you're going to get in the truck.
Oh, yeah, Big Dog and I know. We've unloaded those trucks in our retail stores. And
we were lucky though. We'd only get one truck a week.
Oh, we got 1 truck a week, yes, but we got. Did you get the double one as well? Yeah, you did, right? Where it was 2 loads.
Yeah. I mean,
1 truck, but 2 carriers.
No, I've never had them where they're bolt ours.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Even in busier stores. I mean, usually the most we ever got was 32 pallets.
32 pallets.
32 pallets that fits in one semi.
But the store that I worked at in Commerce, 546, which is still there, we had 4 people working the load, 2 people unloading. Actually, it was 6 people. It was 2 people unloading, and then when they put everything in stockroom, you had 4 people processing the load, pricing, putting all it, because it was different in the 80s. So, yeah, it's different. And folks, my love and respect to all retail workers during COVID-19. Say what you will. First responders, everyone who stayed out there on the front lines. I respect and admire that you guys and girls, gals, everyone, no pronouns, that you stayed there and helped all of us get through it. Matt is one who had to go there. I did, but I didn't deal with the public as much. Did I? Yes, but nowhere near what Matt had to do or what other people on front line had to do. Even if you stayed at home, you're still working. That was cool. But for those that had to deal with the public during COVID-19 who did risk their lives, my love and respect. I admire what you did. I don't know what I would have done had I been in frontline retail. I don't know.
And I just want to add to that. Love and respect to all retail workers, regardless of COVID. You guys do an awesome job. It doesn't matter if it was COVID or not COVID, because you guys get so much shit before it happened. You guys got so much shit during it happening, and continue to get some shit even now. So, regardless of whatever's going on, you guys are awesome.
Oh, and by the way, I think it's changing. Karens are going to remain Karens. You know them. But it looks like the males are now going to be Carlsons.
Carlson's, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it may hold Carlson's. And that's from the guy that's on Fox News. Because he really blew it this week. It was funny. And now it looks like it's going to be, the males are going to be the Carlsons. So I think it's kind of funny. It's probably not going to hold, but a lot of people are commenting about it right now. People we have to deal with. Folks, I am sorry. It's already 10 o'clock. I have to get ready. I got to get on the road. I have to be there by 11:30. It's 52 miles away. So it's a little over an hour. I got to get going. I got to get ready. God knows I need a shower this morning. Tony, what did you write? Feeling the same, Roger. Oh, my God. There it is.
Wow.
Today's workday, 13 on the road and driving home at 4 p.m. 5 hours from Chicago to Green Bay. My love and respect, Tony. Yes. And I thank you. Folks, we are done. Dream, thank you. Michael, I'm sorry we couldn't get the mic to work. We will this week. Matthew, thank you.
Yes,
Big Dog,
sir.
thank you. And it's good. Matthew, take us away.
Well, just on a final note, I mean, we've all talked about this. But it was funny this week because, on a final note, before we go, and this will send us off the air, that a lady came into our store on Tuesday, and I said hi to her because I'm the greeter, and she said hi to me. She was very polite. 10 minutes later, though, she's the same lady that's going out the store with her hands are like this, and she tried to escaped going out the exit door, and we have those automatic doors, and she just forced the door open. I was like, you. So my boss had to call the electric guy, and he came the next day and fixed our doors. That way they could open and close automatically properly. So, yeah. I'm sure they're going to find her for stealing.
Yeah. Thank you, Raul O'Malley, for the like on my personal page. Appreciate you guys watching. Everyone else, that's it. Big Dog, thank you. We're done. Folks, we'll see you guys on the other side. Peace!
Take care.
Yeah.